I'd like to welcome you to the 2018 Youth Sweet 16 Division II and Sweet 16 Division I Bowler of the Year tournaments. I'd like to start by announcing our young ladies that are participating this year.
We're live from the Rose Bowl.
Qualifying in 12th place with an 1848 is Keely Williams.
Keely Williams introducing the youth bowlers here this morning. Brian Musell and Mark Sparky Fry.
Qualifying in 11th
Hi, Brian.
place with an 1852, Sarah Maurer.
Sarah Maurer being introduced. Terrific scores for these kids.
In 10th place with a score of 1886, Abigail Fry.
Who's that?
That's Peanut.
You know who that is. Terrific.
She's a ham. I don't know where she gets it from.
She's awesome. That is awesome.
In 9th place with an 1898, Jalen Klein.
Jalen's also a member of the Girls Muskie bowling team.
In 8th place with 1912,
Another
Emily
Muskie.
Payne.
Emily Payne.
In 7th place with a 1920, Ryland Lessinger.
This youth roll-off is based, it's not scratch like the adults do. They
In
throw a
6th
handicap
with
in
a
so that they get the,
1945,
everybody has a fair
Molly
shake at
Bramble.
this
Okay.
one because we don't have as many divisions. But these kids all bowled well, and I say their scores are
In
1800.
5th
So
place
with their
a score of
handicap, they're shooting over
1958,
200s, and
Hannah Anderson.
that's good bowling.
And this is what keeps bowling alive and well for a long time. That you've got great youth programs down here at the Rose Bowl.
With a 2002,
Yeah, we need to get some more. That's
Abby Everett.
the youth need to. Are going to have to pick up
In 3rd
where
place
us old
with
farts
a
get
score
done.
of 2013, Jersey Lessinger. In 2nd place with a 2019, Remy Lessinger. And qualifying in 1st place today with a score of 2090, Kayla Maurer.
Kayla also has a sister that's in the roll-off also. The Sarah Maurer is her sister.
So there you have it. Those are the 12 for the Youth City Tournament roll-off. And now Division II will be introduced next. For the ladies, Brian Musell here with Mark Fry, Ryan Broderson, and Chad Yoakum doing all the camera work today. Not sure, do I see Jonah Cook here today, Chad? No Jonah.
Oh, Joe.
Trying to give him some props. Did a great job last night.
They're going to start introducing the Division II women. They're sponsored by Taylor's Market. Also, Linda Taylor is the chair of the Sweet 16 Bowler of the Year roll-off. A lot of hard work goes involved to get this stuff all printed up and taken care of.
Introduce the ladies for Division II. See Jeannie Staley out there. Want to mention that she was the champion last night in the senior division.
Great bowling by
Outstanding.
Jeannie. She came all the way up the step ladder from the bottom of it to the top of it.
She defeated Suzanne McClary in the championship. Denny Wagner won the men's senior last night, beating Charlie Greenwald.
I think we're going to have a little fun with this right now. Mm-hmm. Judy Hookie's getting ready to start the presentation of the roll call here.
Nice turnout. Going to be a fun day of bowling down here, Spark.
Yeah, I'm going to see these ladies put on a good show. They'll be followed by the men, who will start about 1:30 this afternoon. So people have plenty of time to come down here and watch some of this.
2018 Sweet 16 Division 2 qualifiers, sponsored by Taylor's Market. Qualifying 16th with a score of 1346, Tiffany Skidmore.
Tiffany was an alternate that made it into the tournament today. I think somebody, I can't remember who it was, that backed out today.
In 15th place with a score of 1351, Sharon Brown.
Sharon Brown bowled last night.
Yeah, a lot of these ladies that came in from the Division 2
Qualifying
and
14th
that
with a score of 1353,
they can qualify
Sandra
through 2
Riley.
divisions.
Number 13th with a score of 1355, Peggy Shepard.
Peggy Shepard also bowled last night.
In the 12th position with a 1362, Mary Crane.
Mary bowled last night with us
Yes,
too.
she did.
Qualifying in the 11th position with a score of 1381, Juliana Perez.
Juliana Perez.
She's participated in this tournament a number of 3 or 4 times herself.
In 10th position with a score of 1384, Denise Rathhamel. In 9th place with a 1390, Cassandra Morris.
She has several bowlers in her family. Also, her daughter bowls on the L&M high school team. Really good bowler. Her husband Wes also bowls a couple nights a week.
You know, and to be a good
In the number
bowler,
8
you've got to be
position
out
with
here
a
a couple
score of
days a week, I
1411,
imagine.
Eva
Yeah.
Bellis.
If it's like everything else, it's practice, practice,
Yep.
practice.
7th place with a score of 1456, Kelsey Dornbush.
This is Division 2 of the Sweet 16. Division 1 will be
In
introduced
6th
last.
place with a 1463, Jeannie Neipert.
Judy Neipert rolled last night,
Yes, she did.
senior division.
Renee Ball.
In 5th place with a score of 1495, Renee Ball.
She brought a cheering section.
Obviously a fan favorite, Renee Ball. Biggest cheer of the
In 4th
night.
place
Of
with
the
a
morning,
score of
I should say.
Morning, yes, it's still
1497,
morning, Brian.
Debbie Rudolph.
Let's not rush it.
Sparky shut her down last night here.
Yeah. I had snow removal.
In 3rd place with a score of 1512, Connie Clemens.
That's a great line. Connie Clemens.
Bowled last night also.
Yes, she did.
Qualifying in 2nd position with a 1543, Beth Cole.
And now the senior champion, Jeannie
And
Staley.
qualifying in our 1st place this morning with a 1569, Jeannie Staley. Jeannie's actually our senior Sweet 16 winner champion from last night. Congratulations, Jeannie.
Jeannie Staley. Bowling again this morning after winning a championship last night.
Yeah, she bowled 6-7 games last night and going back after it again today. She was complaining last night about her hand being a little sore. I said, well, she must have got over it because she's ready to go after him again.
She's ready to go. I want to mention our sponsors that are making this possible here for the broadcast. Hurst Walbiz, Landfear Construction, Gata Construction, H&H Construction, MCAC, L&L Jewelers, Jenny Lessinger, Bierry Trucking, Bosch Pest Control, DW Improvements, and Millwrights for Hire. Thank you all for making this live stream possible down here at the Rose Bowl, Muscatine, Iowa.
Yeah, I think it was, so far, I think it's been a pretty big hit because I've heard a lot of good comments about this, and wanted to thank all of them myself too, because this doesn't happen without money.
No, absolutely. Good for them, and it's been a lot of fun down here. It started last night. This is USBC, the United States Bowling Congress, Muscatine. Bowlers of the Year. Last night was Senior Bowler of the Year in the Senior Sweet 16. This morning it's the Sweet 16 Division 1 and 2 and the Youth Bowl-Off. And at 1 o'clock will be Bowler of the Year for the Men's Division 1 and 2.
Yeah, they're getting ready to announce the Division 1 ladies, sponsored by Berlin's Pro Shop. They've been doing the, I apologize, I don't know how many years, but it's been a lot of years that they've been doing it.
Many, many, many years.
Yeah, the horse, we're drawing for horses now, Brian. All right.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they have a little pot going back here.
There you go, yeah.
Throw $1 in, get a name, pick your horse, and go.
And now the Division 1 ladies of the Sweet 16 will be introduced.
The 2018 Sweet 16 Division 1 is sponsored by Berlin's Pro Shop. Today's lineup starts with number 16, qualifying with a 1651, Lori Harris.
Lori Harris.
In 15th position with a 1679, Tara Hogan.
A lot of these girls have been bowling together quite a few years, so you see they have a good time together.
Number 14 with a 1709, Jessica Rittinger.
Jessica Rittinger.
In 13th position with a 1733, Kayla Skidmore.
Kayla Skidmore now.
In 12th position with a 1747, Sandra Cordray.
Sandra Cordray, as we work down the list. Courtney Morris will be next.
Number 11th with a 1751, Courtney Morse. And we have a tie for 9th place, both with a score of 1752, Alicia Payne and Ellen Carey.
Alicia Payne and Ellen Carey.
And a tie there.
Qualifying in the 8th position with a score of 1766, Tricia Klein.
Tricia Klein.
Trish has a daughter that bowls on the high school team also. Her daughter's bowling in the
position
juniors.
with a score of 1774, Hannah Lake.
Another fan favorite.
Qualifying number 6 with a 1787, Lisa Madsen.
There's a board member. Does a lot of hard work. Her and her husband Kevin spend a lot of time down here.
Qualifying in
Take
the
care of
5th
stuff.
position
Good
with a
bowler for a long time.
Kathy Ribbick.
Another fellow board member. Kathy puts in a lot of effort down here at the Rose Bowl, taking care of sponsorships, getting people back into bowling.
In 4th position with a score of 1845, Lori Lanfear.
Lori Lanfear. Lori's been a great host, getting the ball rolling on this broadcast.
Absolutely, absolutely. And she also sponsored one of the senior divisions, the men's senior division yesterday through Global Wireless.
Qualifying in 3rd place with a score of 1865, Savannah McCleary.
Savannah McCleary, her mother, Suzanne, right?
Correct.
Last night in the senior division was in the championship match. Lost that to Jeannie Staley.
Yep, she was the top qualifier after the 4-game.
Qualifying in the second position with a score of 1935, Jennifer Sterwick. And qualifying in the first position with a score of 2078, Tabitha Berry.
Tabitha Berry, 2078 to qualify. Whew.
Yeah, these ladies can light it up just as much as
Rose
anybody
Bowl
else.
for donating
Very
the
impressive.
lineage for the tournaments last night and today. Good luck and good bowling, ladies.
Yeah, we're getting ready to get this thing started now. They'll get 5 minutes of warm up before they start. They got to wake up, get the coffee down, get things going here. It's early this morning.
You talking about us or the bowlers?
All of the above.
5 minutes of practice. Hit the red key when you're ready.
5 minutes of practice time for the ladies. They'll get started here.
Look, see, we're watching the youth right now for a little bit, Brian.
And now it feels like a bowling alley.
There you go. Heard it.
Hear the bowling balls, the pins flying around. Great day of bowling. If getting out of church, you have nothing to do on a fine Sunday morning, head on down to the Rose Bowl and watch some great bowling action, get some good food. Have a soda or whatever. Choose your beverage and come on down and watch some great bowling. Cold winter day. Shovel out your driveway.
It's heated here.
That's right.
Guest that you guys can talk to during this time, like somebody around here that you guys can talk to, like just interview or talk to, like an extra person that you guys can just everybody, like anything, like who's the organizer, like somebody that just like talk about bowling during this time. Anybody around here that you can see that will do that?
It wants to do some airtime about what the tournament,
Or just talk about the tournament, talk about bowling, talk about who to look for today.
Eric Bramble maybe?
Yeah, he's around, yeah. Maybe just go get him. Take it out of the microphone.
I'm going to have Larry Brown, he's the head of the team.
Sure, and then you guys could just ask questions and we'll eat up some of this time during, maybe just talk about who to look for today in the divisions, anything that you wanted to mention, anything really that you guys want to talk about.
I can ask Sparky
Need
those
the
things.
microphone for the guest, so they can just clip it on.
Yep.
Pardon the delay. I guess they want to have a little interview time here. I think we're going to bring Larry Brown over here. He's the head of the youth in Muscatine. Tell us a little bit about stuff that's getting around. There's a lot of good stuff going on for the youth right now.
How's this work, right? Did you get a headset or what?
No, he'll be able to hear us. Just talk. He can hear us. You can hear us right now, right? Yeah. We'll hear him through the headset, but he can hear us.
Okay. That's the week. Larry Brown's joining us now. He's the head of the youth association for Muscatine, and Larry, you want to tell us a little bit about what's going on? We've got some really big stuff starting next week. Is the Pepsi Challenge start next week then?
Yep, we've got the District Pepsi tournament that's here next weekend, we'll have probably about 400 kids from our district, which is district number 6, that will be coming through in 2 days, on a Saturday and a Sunday. They all earn this spot or the right to bowl in that tournament through qualifications that happened during league play back in October, late October.
What age groups is that, Larry? What age group?
That's all age groups. They do it this year on scratch division. There are 6 different age groups. Once they get to the state level, they'll have fixed times that they'll be assigned to bowl.
And they're all competing for scholarships.
They are all competing for scholarships and then a chance to advance in the Junior Gold Tournament, which I believe last year was in Florida. I think this year, I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. I'm really not sure where it's at this year. But they do advance from the state to a national level, and that's a Junior Gold Tournament.
Is that a one-day tournament, Saturday only?
I believe it's a 2-day tournament.
2-day tournament? So a lot of people would come into town and spend nights in hotels and spend the night here in Muscatine.
Yep.
So
they do that for this tournament. Some not quite so much because this is just a district, which
like
is a
within
local
an hour
ball.
drive, probably.
Yeah, within an hour drive.
But they'll still go to restaurants.
Sure.
And eat
Oh
and,
yes.
they stuff like that.
Yeah, we have the state tournament, the state youth tournament, which will be here in April. It starts the weekend after Easter, and we'll probably have about 600 or 700 kids or so. About
So
600,
how long does that last then, till Larry?
That is 4 weekends long, Saturday and Sunday, both days, and there'll be an all-day thing, probably starting around 9 in the morning, running till 5 or 6 at night. And that's both days, Saturday and Sunday.
that's awesome. Terrific stuff. What about youth leagues here? You get a little guy or little girl who wants to bowl on the weekends or whatever. What do you guys offer for leagues for kids?
We have 3 leagues. We have on Saturday mornings, we have an all-girls league, and that's starts age group about 9 or so, 8 or 9. And so we've got the girls on one end, we've got the boys, and they go all the way up to the age of 18. And then we also have a Pee-wee league on Saturdays.
That's always a little fun when you get some 4- and 5-year-olds out there.
Pee-wees are awesome. They are the future of our sport, as well as the older kids. For the very first years, we put a carpet out on the lane, which is 15 feet long, so it shortens up the lane for them, gives them a chance to hit the pins. We do not use the bumpers. As they progress a little bit in maturity and able to bowl, then they can start with the 3-step, 5-step approaches. And then, once they get a certain age, 7 or 8, or their bowling ability dictates that they can move up, then they move up to the youth leagues. We also have a league that bowls on Monday night. It's a high school scratch league. There's no handicap with that league, but it's another chance for the older kids who are in high school, junior high school age, to be able to bowl one more night, to be able to get that help from other high school coaches as well.
Well, that's great. Good stuff going on down here at the Rose Bowl. And how do if they want information, who do they contact? They just call the Rose Bowl? Is there a phone number here?
They can call the Rose Bowl at 263-0770.
Yeah.
Is Rose Bowl's number. They can look for us on Facebook. The youth have their own Facebook page. It's Muscatine Youth USBC Bowling.
Okay.
We also have the adult pages. I think it's just Muscatine Youth
USBC.
Or Muscatine USBC.
Yeah.
Just Google it. You can find it.
Website.
And then,
Well, thanks for stopping, Larry, filling us in on some of the youth. We're going to start in on the Division I ladies. They've started their marking. They started the game.
Larry Brown, thank you for your time. Great stuff you're doing here.
Thanks again, Larry. Larry puts in a lot of time.
Yes, he does, really, and that's important. He's got a very vital role here in the bowling community of Muscatine.
Yeah, good call. Not just out of
Kathy Ribbick trying to get her spare in lane 30 there as we're underway. The bowling is live now. The practice is over. Tricia Klein up now. Looks like in lane 29. Klein was 1766 in her qualifying, and she picks up a nice spare.
Yeah, they're still trying to feel the lanes out right now, trying to figure out where they're going to, what area they're going to try, what arrow mark, find their mark, get loosened up, get ready to bowl. They got 4 games. They're going to bowl 4 games in this qualifying match, and then after they finish that, they'll go to the head-to-head stair step, just like we saw yesterday.
Lisa Madsen looking to pick her spare up, and just misses a little wide.
Kathy Ribbick up.
And
nice
she
shot.
buries a strike on the 29th lane. Nice crowd filling in early on a Sunday.
Family and friends coming to cheer on their family here to try and qualify for the Muscatines Prestige ladies of the Sweet 16.
Madsen gets a strike on her second ball. And now Hannah Lake looks to pick up the spare. And she gets a 7-pin. No messing around, Sparky.
No, they're going right after. Like I said, we're on a pair there that these ladies, their qualifying scores speak for themselves. You know, you're looking at Kathy Ribbick, 1792. Lori Lanfear's in there, 1845. Lisa Madison, 1787. Average 200 for 9 games is not an easy feat. And you look at the top qualifier, Tabitha Berry, she had 2,078. Well, you start putting together scores like that, that's some pretty awesome bowling.
Yeah. Klein looks to pick up her spare. The 10-pin's hanging. Just missed it. Toughest one. You told me that last night. Toughest pin to get.
It's everybody's nightmare. Yeah, I think Tabitha Berry averaged 230 for those 9 games to get to here where she's at on top of the pile.
And she just hammered a strike in lane 28. Now McCleary gets one in 27. Hannah Lake now. She's up.
Hannah's a past champion of this event also. She was a Sweet 16 champion. Back in 2014, she was a champion here.
And Ribbon gets a strike in lane 30. Lori Lanfear, lane 27. And now Lake to pick up her spare, and she does.
Yeah, Lori Lanfear was a 2006 champion here. She's in the Muscatine Women's Hall of Fame. She's been in this tournament 21 times before. She has 5 300 scores to her name and an 803 series.
Jen Zerwick, another one in Division I. She's bowling over here. Lane 27 and 28. Several 300 games. She won a doubles in city this year. She's participated in several of these tournaments. She's at 4 300 games and an 800 series for her high series.
Tricia Klein's up now.
Tricia Klein, singles champion in 2009 and 2017, doubles champion in 2017 with Lisa Madsen. She's participated in this 17 times with 3 300s and a high series of 768. That's pretty impressive stuff. And Barry buries another strike over there. Kathy Ribbink, she'll be up. Kathy Ribbink, 3 300 games, a 299, a 298, and a 290 to her credits. 8 times in this tournament. City Tournament team winner in 2011 and 2015. City Tournament singles winner in 2018 and state singles winner in 2011. She's on the Muscatine USBC Board of Directors. But does she outrank you? That's what I was just curious.
Yeah, well, hey, you know, the women do wear the breeches around the place.
Muscatine.
Kathy puts in a lot of hard work into this association.
I love your honesty. Muscatine Pee Wee bowling coach and Muscatine Ducks Unlimited committee members. So certainly not only a great bowler, but a great volunteer around here.
She coaches the Pee Wee. We was talking to Larry earlier, and she rolls the carpet out. And it takes a lot of patience to work with 3 and 4 and 5-year-old kids out here.
Savannah McCleary placed second individually for high school state tournament. High game 286, high series 756. So certainly some impressive bowlers. Got some action going over here in Division II also, Spark. Chad Yoakum, the man with a plan, the master director over there.
Yes, he is. He's watching Renee Ball right now.
Renee Ball, a fan favorite. I think she might have gotten the loudest cheer as we started. And she delivers a strike to back that up.
Yeah, she's been bowling a number of years also.
Jeannie Niepert now. And she leaves a split there. Looks like Kelsey Dornbush. Jeannie Niepert over there. She bowled in nationals for the past 10 years. And she's going for state for longer, bowl in city for many years. 254 high game, 631 high series. Renee Ball participated in this tournament 7 times. High game of 286, high series 682. City tournament singles winner in 2018 and city tournament team winner in 2011 and 2015. Works at Potter's Industries. Jeannie Niepert is retired.
Yeah. Kelsey Dornbush is also on that pair.
She works at Members Community Credit Union.
Getting ready to bowl right now.
And her bio is blank, Spark. I mean, I'm not going to make up stories here.
Whoops. Well, we just want to congratulate her for making the roll-off. I guess she didn't want to fill us in on what her accomplishments are. She's been bowling a number of years. She's a first-time bowler in the tournament. We'll welcome her and congratulate her for making it.
Renee Ball up again. And she picks up her spare.
Kelsey Dornbush there.
Kelsey Dornbush going for her spare, and she knocks it down in lane 18. Good bowling going on.
Eva Blitz is up on and Jeannie Niepert.
And Niepert leaves one hanging. Eva Blitz now. Good ball there. And gets the strike with the late action on the pins there. She'll take it. Our own Chad Yoakum used to be an outstanding bowler.
He bowled with me on Tuesday nights for a number of years. That's how I got to meet the man. Yep.
Eva Blitz, she's a member of the 600 Club, first in doubles in 2000, and she's participated in the Senior Sweet 16. Member of the Wilton Chamber of Commerce. And she was here last night bowling. Renee Ball up again.
Yeah, Chad and his dad both bowled in my Tuesday night league. That was we used to have a lot of fun together. Chad decided to pursue other.
Chad's one of the hardest working guys in show business. I've learned that.
It shows by his smile, right?
Yes, always an engaging smile. As there's a strike by Dornbush. Scratch golfer, 300 bowler, and a master archery man.
All in one pile. Renee Ball slides one to the wide.
And if you see him in a bar near a dartboard, stay away because he'll hustle you into that game.
No
Evil
sharp
Bullets up now.
No sharp objects.
No sharp. And Belitz leaves 3 hanging. Lane 17. Come on down to the Rose Bowl, folks. What a great place. Cold outside, snowy all week. What are you going to do at home? Shovel and sit on your couch. Get out here to the Rose Bowl. Watch some great bowling. Have fun. Have a couple of drinks. Enjoy your friends and neighbors that are down here bowling.
We've got the youth bowling down on the end too. Besides our Division I and Division II, the youth have started their bowling down there. They have a 3-game qualifier. They don't make them bowl the 4-game, but they're competing also. Just like for they get a trophy also.
Great camera work. Chad's got it set up for all 3 sections here.
Oh, that's the youth. He's talking youth down there now. He confused me. I went, who is that?
Yeah. Larry Brown's not bowling, but he's down there.
That's one of the Lessinger girls.
I bet that's Jersey.
There's a whole pile of them in there. We got Remy, Jersey, and Ray Lynn.
There's 3. Terrific bowling family, no doubt about it.
Mom, Dad, they all do it. They put in a lot of time coming down and making sure the leagues are running. Brandon bowled several tournaments with Brandon, their dad. I don't think anybody's manning that camera. Just sitting there. There goes Jersey.
That's Jersey. Boy, late action on that one. Good ball. Qualified with 2013. You explained there is some handicapping that goes into those scores.
Right. They that's not a scratch score, but it's still that's what makes it all even.
Yeah, handicap. I would certainly need for myself to have some handicap, advantages when it came to my bowling scores. Didn't quite pick up the spare there.
She left a 10-pin there. That's
10 pins hanging.
That's Emily Payne. She's a member of our high school, the high school girls team that did.
Would that be Troy's daughter?
Yes, it is.
Troy, of course, outstanding bowler.
Right.
There's Lori Landfors, who switched back to Division I.
Yeah, Emily's mom is Wish Payne, that is also in our Division I women's.
Lori Landfear on lane 27.
Yes, the ladies are finishing up the 10th frame now. They're finishing up game 1.
Landfear, Sweet 16 2006 champion, Hall of Fame Muscatine WBA coach, and Striker Bowling League for special needs. 5 300 games in an 803 series as her high. Self-employed, Global Wireless, Go check that out.
Lori's got a good first game qualifier going.
And she picks up the spare.
She fills this in. She's looking at a 240 game.
And now Zerwick is up.
Jennifer just finished up her 10th frame. First game qualifier, started out with a 230 herself. So the looks like the ladies have made their adjustments early and rolled some nice games to start out for the first round qualifier.
And Landfear leaves the 7 hanging.
Lori started out with a 240 game. Yeah, a lot of good bullets started out already. Brian, they come out with fear knives. It is early, so they had to get up early. So
they should be wrapping up there.
Game 1 is finished up with the first round of the qualifier. Still got 3 more to go before we go to the stair step.
Back to Division 2.
Deb Rudolph. Kelly Dornbush is there, getting ready to bowl too. That's Beth Cole.
Beth Cole bowled last night.
Yes, she did. Say they're all about the 10th frame of the first game.
And now Mary Crane, and she gets her spare. Now Beth Cole steps back up. Division 1 is complete, ready to switch lanes.
Start game 2.
We'll give you a recap as soon as they print it off, and boy, they are fast down here with the information.
Yeah, we have a good staff. We have volunteers from the board, USBC board from Muscatine. They represented well here today, and they will know how important that this tournament is to everybody. So we just try and bring your A game when we have this tournament.
Spark, why don't you mention some of the names of the volunteers down here? I know you can't think of all of them, but if you want to mention a few and that you see and standing out and helping out all weekend.
Well, our chair is Linda Taylor. She does a terrific job. I've had that job myself for 10 or 11 years as chair of this committee, which is busy work, a lot of work. And Kevin Madison, his wife Lisa is bowling, and I'm sure she'll step in. Lori Lamphir is another bowler, but she is also a member of the board. Does a lot of footwork, a lot of leg work. There's a lot of stuff going in behind the scenes to keep things rolling. We have a big plate. Larry Brown's another board member. Gene Logel, Sean Beauchamp. Who else is here? Jeannie Staley. She's a board member. Elaine Cook. There's about 16 members altogether, and it's not a lot when you got there's about 600 bowlers in Muscatine. You got to keep track of and keep things rolling with them. We bid on trying to get state tournaments in Muscatine, and trying to follow all the rules that the USBC puts in front of us.
Savannah McCleary up. Good ball there. She leaves the 10 hanging though. And now Tabitha Berry, who was the leading qualifier coming into this one. She picks up her spare in lane 30. And there's the stats for McCleary. Will look for hers. Ellen Carey came out of the chute, 247 in game 1. Lori Landfear, 243. Tabitha Berry, 238. Kathy Ribick, 237. Those are your top 4. Jen Zerwick, 232, Tara Hogan, 225. Kayla Skidmore, 211. Sandra Cordray, 205. Alicia Payne, 204. Lori Harris, 202. Hannah Lake, 195. Lisa Madsen, 192. Courtney Morse, 181. Trisha Klein, 172. Savannah McCleary, 170. And Jessica Rittinger, 169. So
A lot of
pretty
good
good
bowling to
scores.
start out right there.
And in Division 2, Renee Ball, 208. Cassandra Moore, 182. Kelsey Dornbush, 180. Connie Clemens, 172. Those are your top 4 after the first game. Eva Belitz, 170. Jeannie Niepert, 168. Peggy Shepard, 168. Jeannie Staley, 163. Debbie Rudolph, 160. Sharon Brown, 160. Juliana Perez, 159. Denise Rathamal. Am I saying that right? Rathamal?
Yes.
Okay. Rathamal, 155. Tiffany Skidmore, 151. Beth Cole, 145. Mary Crane, 144. And Sandra Riley, 136.
So yeah, like I said, they're the ladies that started out.
Here's the standings
Their
after
horse-
game 1.
Horses are in the
For
gate. They're ready to
Division
go.
2, in 4th place, Connie Clemens with 172.
I want to mention Tabitha Berry. 2009, inducted into the Muscatine USBC Hall of Fame. 2009, 2007, 2009, 2012, and 2013 Sweet 16 winner. 2018 double city champ with Jen Zerwick. This is her 16th consecutive year participating in this tournament. Her high series is 800. She has 14 300 games and several other 700 series. So dispatcher at Berry Trucking,
238.
terrific bowler.
In second place,
Her sister is
with a
also Kathy
243,
Lubbock
Laurie
is her
Lanphier.
sisters. They're both terrific
And in
bowlers.
first place,
Family is
Ellen Carey with
big into
247.
bowling. Their moms, the mom bowls, their kids bowl, everybody bowls. They're a great family, great bowling family. Tabitha, we're watching Tabitha now.
Tabitha. And she leaves 2.
Comes up short. Got that sleeper back there. Want to be careful not to chop that off.
238 in game 1. McCleary now. And
Oh,
she gets
nice
that.
there.
What a pickup. What a great pickup by Savannah McCleary.
It's like she was upset just because she left it.
Yeah. And now Tabitha Berry will go.
Covered the sleeper.
Picks up her spare. And now Lori Lanphier. Lori qualified. She's in second place at 243 behind Ellen Carey.
Oh.
And she gets a strike.
Little light, shook it up. Everything worked out well.
Now Jen Zerwick. And Kathy Ribbink in the lane right next to her. And she hammers a strike.
They're all striking down there now. What's going on?
And a good pickup by Zerwick. She's in 5th place after the first game at 232. Bunched up at the top there.
Julie. Larry Brown can get us the score for the kids after the first game's done.
They just got done.
And now Barry will bowl. Did you get the U scores there? Is that what you're asking
That's
for?
what I was asking
Yeah.
about. They were just finishing up their first game down there. Like to see how the Pee-wees are our youth is doing down there.
Tabitha Berry knocks that one down. Great bowling here at the Rose Bowl.
Full house. It's a full house, Brian.
Full house.
Coffee's hot. Little breakfast pizza.
Bloody Marys are flowing.
They're everywhere. There's pickles.
Yes. Get out of that snowy house. Go do something today. Come on down here. There's Zerwick. And she gets a strike. Good ball by Jennifer Zerwick.
I see her brother and her mom and dad are all sitting back here watching her, cheering her on. Austin and
Oh, there's AC. Yeah, I didn't know the Dean and Connie are here.
Yep.
Absolutely.
big event for their family. Jennifer's an awesome bowler. Austin's a really good bowler.
Austin was a great youth and high school baseball player.
Yes, he was.
Had him in Little League for a year, and boy, that was fun.
All right, Brian, they just handed me the youth first game qualifier.
Now Savannah McCleary's up again.
That's their.
So
this is
do
their
I read the total with the handicap, or do I read this?
You can read read
this.
That's what counts. Is the handicap is added into their roll off also. That's what counts.
So the roll off for the girls, and it's a series total with handicap. Abigail Everett with 302, Molly Bramble 231, Hannah Anderson 229, Keely Williams with 223, Jersey Lessinger 212, Sarah Maurer 211, Rylene Lessinger 210, Abigail Fry 209, Emily Payne 204, Kayla Maurer 198, Jalen Klein 184, and Remy Lessinger 179.
Yeah. The special note they put down there, congratulate Abby Everett. That's her mom is Kathy Ribbink there. She bowled 100 pins over average for that first game. So
that's incredible.
She's gonna come out to win this thing.
That's great. And now Tabitha Berry up again.
So yeah, we wanted to congratulate Abby on that. That's a great effort for first game. And they got nerves too. They got TV cameras and lights and stuff going behind them. And shoot 100 pins over average.
Those cameras are harmless.
After the first game for our youth,
and McCleary
in
leaves a
fourth
split.
position with 223, Keely Williams. In third position with 229, Hannah Anderson. In second place with the 231, Molly Bramble. And in first place, Abigail Everett with 302.
Zurich back up again.
Yep, thank you.
And she gets a 10-pin spare.
Oh, he was asking me about volunteers. I forgot the one doing all the talking for us. Judy Hookey, another member of the board that spending a lot of time doing a lot of extra volunteer effort during this event.
Yes, she does. Lori Lanford with another strike. And yeah, Judy, outstanding bowler in her own right. She finished third last night.
Who's that?
In the senior division. Game one scores on the screen there for Division One. Ellen Carey, of course, leads with 247. Tabitha Berry. Lori Lanfear at 243. Tabitha Berry 238. Kathy Ribbing 237. Those are your top four. And then following it up, Jenny Zerwick with 232. Tara Hogan 225. Kayla Skidmore 211. Sandra Cordray, 205, Alicia Payne, 204, Lori Harris, 202, Hannah Lake, 195, Lisa Madsen, 192, Courtney Morris, 181, Tricia Klein, 172, Savannah McCleary, 170, and Jessica Rittinger, 169. So those are your 16, and that's where they stood after game one in Division One. Lori Lanford, 7 consecutive strikes to start. And now let's switch over to some of the.
And we're going to watch Lori.
Lori 7, and let's see if she can go for 8 here.
Oh, maybe I counted wrong. I think she's got 6. She's
6?
going for 7.
That's still halfway home.
Yes, it is.
on a roll. And she was at 243 after game 1. And she doesn't get it. You jinxed her, Sparky.
Yeah, well, you know, that's what those
Put the bright lights and the pressure back on. What a start, though.
Every time, right? Yep.
Yes. Scores for Division 2. Renee Ball with 208 to start. Cassandra Moore in second with 182. Kelsey Dornbush 180. Connie Clemens 172. Those are your top 4 after game 1. Eva Belitz 170. Jeannie Niepert 168 along with Peggy Shepard 168. Jeannie Staley, the senior champion last night, 163. Debbie Rudolph 160. Sharon Brown 160. Juliana Perez 159. Denise Rathamal 155. Tiffany Skidmore 151. Beth Cole 145. Mary Crane 144. And Sandra Riley 136. And that's your Division 2 scores after game 1.
Yeah, they're getting about 3/4 the way through game 2 here of our qualifier. Things have picked up quite a bit around here, it looks like.
Pins are
Division 1
flying.
ladies are coming to life. Brian, I want to also thank the Rosemans and the Rose Bowl also. They donate all the lineage for all this bowling that's going on for yesterday and today. And they not only do they give us their house, giving up their open bowling and stuff, but they also donate the lineage for us. That's a big payday for us.
Awesome. You thank whoever you want, Spark.
I'm
Jump
trying.
in anytime. I mean, this is your guys' event. You guys do a great job organizing it. Obviously, the community has rallied around it.
You see, we are starting to fill up a little more now. The tables are about taken, but we got plenty of chairs. And come down and watch some really good bowling. The kids are bowling. All the moms are bowling right now, and the dads will be bowling later. Juliana Perez just had a nice shot there.
Debbie Rudolph. And she knocks down a spare in lane 17.
Beth Cole's bowling up. Let's see how she's doing. She managed to get through last night, come back again this morning, try again. Oh.
That's a tough spare to pick up.
Try to hit the left side of the head pin and slide it over to get the 10 pin.
And now your senior champion, Jeannie Staley.
Where'd she
Trying to win
wind
a
up
couple
after
of them.
game 1? Is she still on fire?
She did not get that one. Jeannie with a 163 in game 1.
So she's
She started in 8th place, but last night, boy, she came back. Really strong effort. Bowled a lot. She bowled more than anybody last night.
Yes, she did. She started at the bottom of the step ladder and went all the way to the top of it. Back here this morning, going after it again. Covers that
And
spare.
she gets her spare.
Ladies are getting a little wound up this morning. I don't think any Bloody Marys on the counter either.
Connie Clemens, yeah. Breakfast of Champions.
Yep. Fruit and cereal lovers.
Beth Cole gets a strike in lane 17. Check this out. USBC, United States Bowling Congress of Muscatine at the Rose Bowl. Bowler of the Year in Sweet 16 going on right now. And there's a nice pickup by Connie Clemens.
They see they got the trophies sitting out there in front of us, Brian. A couple of nice pieces of glass sitting there. The Bristol trophies are sure,
They are.
sure a
They're
nice
beautiful.
touch. I started working with Mike Berlin quite a few years ago. We used to get this giant trophy. That's what it was. But then Mike says, "Who wants a giant trophy?" Sitting on like that.
Where do you put it? Yeah.
So we went to this Crystal, and I think it's
Yeah.
really nice. They're really nice
Oh, yeah.
pieces.
Put that on the mantle of your fireplace at
Right.
home or something. It's really a nice piece.
Ladies are in the 9th frame of the game 2.
Deb Rudolph here, trying to get her spare. And she does, covers it up nice in lane 18. Fast pace, great action at the Rose Bowl. Some of the guys I think filing in are going to bowl this afternoon too.
Yeah, they need to be here probably around noonish or so, but a lot of them come down and cheer on the ladies also, because a lot of the ladies just stick around here and watch them bowl, so they want to return the favor.
Jeannie Staley, and she buries a strike in lane 18.
Like Deb Rudolph might have pulled that one a little bit.
And now Beth Cole.
Some of the Division I ladies are finishing up their second game down there.
Deb Rudolph trying to get her spare, didn't quite cover.
It's pretty fast pace when you get going on this too, Brian. You know, you bowl a game in about 10 minutes. You know that's
Yes, it's quick.
It doesn't.
Now, if you're
Take
in
much
league, you
time.
don't have really time to finish your Bud Light. You know, you got to slow it down a little.
But absolutely, that's more of the entertainment part of the evening.
Of course, you have 5 guys in an alley, you know,
Yeah.
so it's not really. You got a little time.
Then you get 10. You get 10 when there's Rose Bowl sells you a bucket of beer. You're going to have a little fun then.
Back over here to Division I as Jen Zerwick approaches. And she buries a strike. Zerwick comes from a family of great bowlers. And now Lori Lanfear trying to pick up her spare.
She covered the 10 pin.
She got it. Lanfear was in second after game 1. Zerwick was in 5th. And she buries a strike again. Your advice last night, another one of your helpful hints, of course, Spark, was the 9th frame is what?
That's your building frame.
That's your building frame.
You got to get.
That's right.
You start that, then because you get your bonus balls in the 10th frame.
That's right.
Well, if
So you
get
want
it
to strike if you can in the 9th.
Right.
Obviously, you want to strike every frame. But and
Jennifer
Zerwick
got a handful of that one. She that was a good ball. Finished up with a 4-bagger on that. They just finished up there.
the ham bone, as you would say.
Yeah, you know it. I think we ever did come up with a turkey bone or whatever.
Well, we'll name it whatever we want, right?
That's right.
Nobody's here to correct us.
I haven't seen the Book of Hoyle in bowling yet.
So Division I looks like they've finished up their second game. As soon as we get some scores, we'll let you know what those are. Division II just finishing up. And the kids still rolling away down there on the other end.
Yep, we're watching a little of their bowling right now. That's Sarah Maurer is right there in the green sweatshirt. She's bowling next to Hein, Jalen Klein. There's my little peanut right there. There's Abigail Fry. There's a
Special day for Dad watching Peanut here.
You know it. Abby, as you can tell, has a special needs child, but they qualify. Sarah Maurer, there's other special needs children that are bowling in this youth. We don't let them all out. Abby's got one going there. Oh.
Good ball for Abigail Fry. Terrific young lady. Always happy.
Yeah.
She's always happy.
She is. She is that. She was a kid captain for the Iowa Hawkeyes 2 years ago.
That's right. Remember that. That's outstanding. What a great experience.
Yep, it was. It was a great program. They do a lot of neat stuff there. Abby's going to try and cover her spare up now. Dad told her to move left. No, she got it left. Hanging. Oh, almost.
Good effort there. And you can tell she loves coming to the bowling alley.
Yes, she does. She doesn't have much of a choice.
Yeah.
Sarah Maurer bowling there. Nice shot. Sarah has a sister. This Kyla Maurer is our top qualifier for the youth today. They've got one more game than they're qualifying. Goes into their stair step. There's our rounds after round game 2 sheet. Like Lori Lamfield at 247 or second.
I don't have the totals here though. So
here we go. Here we go, Brian.
There we go. All right, we got Division I recap after game 2. After 2 games in the books, Lori Lanfear at the top. She had a 247, total of 490 now. Tabitha Berry, 486, just 4 pins behind. Kathy Ribbink, 482 in third. And Jennifer Zerwick in fourth, 468. Right behind those 4, though, Tara Hogan at 450. Sandra Cordray at 440. Lori Harris at 423. Hannah Lake, 421. Ellen Carey, 416. Courtney Morris, 415. Kayla Skidmore, 412. Alicia Payne, 403. Tricia Klein, 397. Lisa Madsen, 348. Savannah McCleary, 340. And Jessica Rittinger, 321. The high game there, Tabitha Berry in game 2 at a 248. Followed up with Lanfear, 247. And Ribbing, 245. So terrific bowling there early on.
Moving on to game, they're starting game 3 now.
After game 2 for Sweet 16 Division 1, in 4th place, Jennifer Zerwick with 468. 3rd place, Kathy Ribbing with 482. 2nd place, Tabitha Berry with 486.
Lori Harris picks up the strike in lane 30.
And 1st place, Lori Lanfear with 490.
Tara Hogan's up on that.
Tara Hogan, who's sitting in 5th place currently. And she leaves the 10 pin. Tara Hogan makes Wayne Johansson who he is at First National Bank. No doubt about it. Tara Hogan worked at First National Bank as a commercial loan assistant for 20 years. Participated in this tournament in 2013, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Her high game is 289, high series 737. She's a volunteer with the Big Brothers and Big Sisters program and chairperson for the United Way Day of Caring. Great girl, Tara Hogan.
Lori Harris is up following Tara there on this lane. Lori's another past winner.
Lori Harris, city team champions in 2018, 14, 11, and 8. City double champion in 2007. 12th time in this tournament. Her high game 289, high series is 791. Bowling League scratch average is 181.
Carla. Carla Skidmore up now.
Kayla Skidmore
leaves a 10 pin.
Leaves a 10 hanging. Kayla Skidmore, 2016 and 2017 Sweet 16 champion, member of the Muscatine USBC. Served on the National USBC board as director for 3 years and also served on the National Youth Committee. She's participated in the 600 Club City tournaments and state tournaments. High game
After
280,
the second game,
high series
Sweet 16 Division
699.
two,
Associate
in fourth
Product
place,
Manager
Jeannie
at H&I
Eibert with
Corporation.
339. Third place, Jeannie Staley with 356. Second place, Kelsey Dornbush
Tara Hogan up
with
again.
362.
And she picks up
And
her
in
spare
first
in lane
place,
30.
Renee Ball
Division
with
2 scores are
368.
out.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'll read these right now. Renee Ball still in the lead, 368. Kelsey Dornbush is in second at 362. Jeannie Staley with a 193 in game 2 has moved all the way from 8th to 3rd at 356. Jeannie Niepert at 339. Those are your top 4. Denise Rathamel, 183, a big game for her at 338 in 5th place. Connie Clemens, 332. Sharon Brown, 329 in 7th place. Then it's Eva Belitz, 314. Peggy Shepard, 306. Debbie Rudolph, 304. Cassandra Morris, 299. Juliana Perez, 298. Beth Cole, 294, along with Sandra Riley at 294. Mary Crane, 281, and Tiffany Skidmore, 278. So some excellent bowling in both divisions.
Yeah, they brought their A games this morning.
Jessica Rittinger, another competitor in Division 1. It's her first time placing Division 1 Sweet 16. Her high game was 279. And she works for the county, Muscatine County. And now Tara Hogan up, looking to pick up her spare, and she does. Hogan, as we mentioned, sitting in 5th place. And now Kayla Skidmore.
See Tara's sporting
She
her colors
hammers a
today.
strike.
Tara's sporting her colors today. Her son, Jaden.
Lori Harris set to go.
So Brian, you learning some of the lingo of bowling now. We got our
Oh.
ham bones. We got our
Yeah, the ham bone, turkey
tap.
bone, neck bone, knee bone. I love bowling. Bowling frustrates me. Well, bowling doesn't frustrate. Golf frustrates me. Because I've had my moments where I could play some decent golf, but then
Right.
there's times, no. Bowling, I've never been good. So it's always been fun for me.
Well, I learned a long time ago, if it starts frustrating, it's not fun, then you don't need to do it no more.
No.
I enjoy the sport myself. I can say with my wife.
When
my
you have no
family.
expectations on the alley, then you can't be disappointed.
I said my dad's was a board member for many years. He's in the Hall of Fame. We still bowl together on Tuesday nights. We have a little father-son time there. He's pushing his middle 70s now, and he's still staying active with it. And we enjoy it. It's a good thing to keep him active.
Hogan gets a strike, and now Skidmore's up. And she gets a strike on lane 29. Excellent bowling all the way around.
Wanted to share a story from this morning about this broadcast. I got a phone call. I come in the bowl and I get a phone call this morning, and it's Lois Wegan. She's in Florida, and she says, "Mark, I just wanted to tell you what a great job you and Brian were doing. This is really awesome to be able to." She was in the bowling family for a number of years. She got to watch some of her friends bowl on the live stream from the Facebook with Chad Yoakum and his crew.
Well, that's great. That's the beauty of technology and the internet now. We can do this, and you can see this anywhere.
Right.
You know, and we knew that when we've been doing. It's been listened anywhere when we do Muskie football and basketball games. But now with the live streaming, you can just not only listen to it, you can watch it.
Right. It's awesome.
Rittinger trying to pick up her spare, and she gets that nasty 10 pin out of the way.
Dreaded 10 pin. There's been a few of them hanging around this morning.
So if it's the hardest pin to pick up in bowling, I should be aiming for that right out of the gate then,
Well,
right? That should be my target.
Remember, that's what we said.
Get that out of the way.
When we made the comment, Red Dog was sandbagging last night. He just wanted to see where that thing was at last night.
Now Skidmore. And she buries another strike on lane 30. Tara Hogan now another strike. She's got it going in lane 29.
That's a double for Tara.
And now Jessica Ringer. Not quite there. Good ball, though. And Lori Harris. No messing around there, and she gets it to fall.
Everybody needs a little luck. The second great thing of this sport.
That's right.
If you don't have a little luck, you ain't never going to get it done.
And Rittinger picks up her spare.
I think that accused of golf too, and you got to have a little luck.
Oh, you got to have a lot of luck. Yeah. You got to make sure that when you hit those trees, it bounces out back into the fairway.
Now they just handed me the scores from the youth after their second game.
Youth after their second game. Abigail Everett still on top, 539. Molly Bramble with 490. Hannah Anderson, 467. Keely Williams, 461. Abigail Fry, how about that, 453.
After game 2 for
Jersey
our
Lessinger,
ladies.
439. Emily Payne, 437.
Keely
Sarah
Williams
Maurer,
with
427. Riley Lessinger, 410.
Third,
Remy
Anna
Lessinger,
Anderson
405.
with 467.
Kayla Maurer, 397. And Jalen
Second
Klein,
place, Molly Bramble
362.
with 490. And
The
first
youth
place,
has one more game, then
Abigail
they'll start to
Everett
roll
with
off after that.
539.
This handicap thing puts us, when you look at this sheet and you see like Emily Payne and them, or you would think that they're a lot bigger. They'd be taking off and leaving all these other ladies behind. But handicap puts it back in perspective and gives everybody a fair shake then.
Rittinger leaves a split. And now Hogan. And she picks up a spare.
Got some Division II ladies there that are starting to light it up a little bit too, Brian. Looking around the different scores. Kelsey Dornbush has got her ham bone working.
She's got her ham bone working on the turkey bone, and
And
gobble,
there
gobble,
it
there's a turkey bone. Lane 22, not going to handle that one. Division I leaders, Lori Landfear, Tabitha Berry, Kathy Ribbick, and Jen Zerwig. Division II leaders going into this third game. Renee Ball, Kelsey Dornbush, Jeannie Staley, and Jeannie Niepert.
Jeannie's coming on again, it looks like, huh? I think we're watching Sharon Brown Bowl now.
And now Tiffany.
Sharon didn't spend a lot of time on her bio sheet here. She asked how many times she participated. She said too many to count. Well, that's a good thing.
Sandra Riley up now. First time we've seen her on the screen. And Sandra Riley had a 158 in her second game to move up. Struggled a little in her first one. Knocks down a strike there. And here's Tiffany Skidmore. Tiffany Skidmore, Sweet 16 the last 2 years, state 2013 to 17, city tournament 2015 to 18, high game of 208.
Paying attention there to that turkey bone, just turned into a six-bagger now.
We got to name that. Renee Ball buries a strike right in front of us in 22. As Skidmore has a little work left for her spare.
Sharon Brown trying up.
Sharon Brown. Tough one to get there.
Peggy Shepard is up on
Peggy Shepard, of course, bowled last night also. And she's retired, but didn't give me any help on the bio. But I do know she was here last night.
So she had two bios that she didn't fill out before.
That's okay. She wanted to be here, and that's
Yep.
what matters.
Congratulate her on making both of the events. And
Sandra Riley, we just saw her. We can read her bio. I haven't had a shot at that yet. City Tournament and the Team Event 2012. She's employed by Franklin Elementary. City and State Tournaments, Sweet 16 in 2016. High game of 266, and 600 was her high series. So good bowler there, Sandra Riley. Skidmore trying to get her spare, and she does. She covers it. And now Riley will go.
wrapping up game 3 here, and I see a lot of X's on the board. Ryan, I think the things are...
They're finding their groove.
Yep, they're getting lined up. Going to see some good scores now. We already have seen some good scores.
X's are good.
X's
Slashes
are
are okay, but the hashtag or the vertical, or what do you want to call it? Yeah, the horizontal line, that's not good.
Yeah,
I've had a few of those.
That and the red circles. We don't need the red circles. Red circles are bad. We're not playing bingo here.
That's
you don't
right.
want to cover the numbers.
Riley looking for her spare, and she gets it. There's a good ball in lane 18. Chad Yoakum in the house doing all the filming. Want to make sure we mention the people that have made this broadcast possible. Hurst Walbiz, Landfear Construction, Gata Construction, H&H Construction, MCAC, L&L Jewelers, Jenny Lessinger, Barry Trucking, Bosch Pest Control, DW Improvements, and Millwrights for Hire. Thank you, folks. Without you guys, we wouldn't be down here. Sandra Riley, and she hammers a strike in lane 17. Now Sharon Brown. And Brown picks up a tough spare. Good shot there. Brian Musell and the Spark Man, Mark Fry.
Thanks, Brian. Well, like I said, I don't know how this is all working out. I was shanghaied. Mike Berlin was going to be your co-host today, or today.
Mike's under the weather.
Mike's under the weather, couldn't make it. They said, who else likes to talk a lot in this place? And they said, let's give Sparky a shot at it.
Well, you've done admirably and very well, and I'm very thrilled you're here.
Well, this is a big event for our bowling community, and I've pushed for trying to get it televised and filmed, and it has been in years past. And this really is gives the bowlers get a kick out of seeing themselves bowling.
Well, you know, and you got Eric Bramble wandering around, fellow Bear fan. He would have been somebody that probably could have filled in too.
Yep. He kept grinning every time somebody said something to him.
You've been outstanding.
Yeah.
Great to listen to.
Well, it's it all comes from my co-part here, Brian. You, like I said, you got thrown into this yourself. You wasn't up in your bowling game, but
it's hard to say no to Chad.
It's been
Peggy Shepard picks up a spare.
Been a lot of fun for me also.
Now Sharon Brown with 7 stands. Get on the beauty of bowling. Doesn't matter how young or old you are. It doesn't matter. It's just get out here. Do it.
You can. They accommodate to whatever you need for this sport.
That's right.
We have special days with special other programs with handicapped people. If you have a handicapped person in your family, we have ways of letting them come down and bowl too. Kelsey Dornbush from the Division II. I was just taking a look at that score. She Good game for Kelsey at a 266, and that's probably going to shoot her up that ladder too. I'm not sure where she was standing out after 2, but
and Renee Ball threw a 230. So a couple of great scores in Division II here. Now Sandra Riley.
Oh, got away. Got the 10 pin out of the way. That makes it a little easier spare than when they got them so far apart. Put them closer together, they're easier to knock down.
Mary Crane bowling over there just to the left. And now Skidmore, Tiffany Skidmore, will approach her shot. Didn't quite get that spare.
How's the coffee this morning, Brian?
Coffee's outstanding. Got that at a place called Westside Store. I know they're not a sponsor, but I'll give a shameless plug here.
you ever been there?
I was there shoveling at 5 o'clock this morning, as a matter of fact.
It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it.
Shoveled yesterday, this morning. I value my weekends, and when I got to get up to shovel, it's, as Adam Dahlfeld told me the other day, why do we have our own businesses? So because we can shovel.
Looks like they're showing a piece of the trophies that they're giving away to that there is the
that's what they're here for.
Division 1 trophy, sponsored by Berlin's Pro Shop.
It's all about the hardware, Spark.
Yeah, that crystal, got to get that crystal.
That's
put
right.
it in that jewelry, put it in your armoire or your hutch. Tell the story to the kids.
You know, you guys need to start something like the Stanley Cup down here and just have like a traveling thing where they keep it for a year, bring it back, engrave the names.
Right. Well, actually,
take it downtown with them. People show it to everybody, and
there are plaques on the walls there behind us, Brian. That every year they add the name of the Sweet 16, the bowler of the year. Whoever wins the event, their name goes on the plaque and stays up in here. Division 1, Game 3 is wrapped up. Hey, there's Tony Gaeta.
Connie Clemens just rolled one there.
Speaking of people shoveling snow, why is Tony Gaeta not shoveling snow now?
Oh, wow. You might want to ask him that.
How come you're not shoveling snow?
I've been out all I'm tired.
Spark?
We're going to hear how old you are now, right?
I plowed a bunch yesterday.
Sparky's riling up the troops now.
I was out doing the apron and stuff at the house, and I was finishing up down at the end. Vince calls and says, well, I think we can go. And I'm going, yeah, okay.
No, they're finishing up Game 3 here. We get some scores here in just a minute and see how things are.
Game 3, and we'll get down to Game 4, and it's going to get real serious now in Division 1 and 2.
225, 225.
Tony's probably here watching his niece, Tara Hogan.
And now we're down to the youth side. After 2 games in the youth, Abigail Everett led them. It's just a 3-game.
Right. The youth are only bowling 3 games, and they go to their stair step after that. Our statistician is trying to get us the scores.
Youth leaders after the first. Abigail Everett, Molly Bramble, Hannah Anderson, and Keely Williams were your first 4.
Our desk is getting messy here, Brian.
Yeah, it looks like we know what we're doing, right? But the truth is, this is my kind of organization, actually. Piles.
Yeah, just put it in piles. Sort it out.
Nothing's divided, it's just piles.
All right. Thank you, Judy.
And Division 1, after Game 3, Tabitha Berry has now stepped in front as she was the leading qualifier. She rolled a 216. She sits at 702. Jennifer Zerwick is in second, 680. Kathy Ribick third, 671. Lori Lanfear, 663. So those are your top four. Tara Hogan remains in fifth at 652. Kayla Skidmore, 647. Hannah Lake, 643, along with Sandra Cordray, 643. Ellen Carey, 627.
After the third game,
Courtney
for
Morris,
Division
620.
one,
Lori Harris, 612.
fourth place,
Tricia
Lori
Klein,
Lanfear,
600.
663.
Alicia Payne, 587. Lisa
Third
Madsen,
place, Kathy
566.
Ribick,
Jessica Rittinger,
671.
502. And Savannah
Second
McCleary,
place, Jennifer
470.
Sherwick with 680.
And Spark, you know, there's I would say in the top 8, it's still up for grabs
Right.
because you've got
They're
fourth
close.
place at 663, and you've got 4 other people within 20 pins of that. So
So this game, they got to get the top 4 to make the step ladder. So the top 4 are still within reach of any, and then you get below that. After fourth, you go to 647. There's a tie at 643 between Hannah Lake and Sandra Cordray. 627 is that now the question. You know, you can go clear down to 9th and 10th place, can bump into that 4th spot and make the step ladder.
right, so it's going to be, you know, the high games so far today. Tabitha Berry with a 248, Lori Lanfear at a 247, and Kathy Ribbink at a 245. Those are the highest score. Ellen Carey also with a 247 in her first game. So it's up for grabs here. It's going to be tight down the stretch to see who the championship qualifiers are.
Right. Division 2 starting their 4th game too. They'll get us some sheets here in a minute to figure out how close the match they got ready to get qualified into the top 4.
As the ladies have started game 4 on Division 1 and Division 2. You're watching city tournament here, basically the USBC Muscatine. This is Bowler of the Year, Sweet 16 Division 1 and 2. This afternoon at 1 o'clock, we'll have the men's Bowler of the Year Division 1 and 2.
Looks like the ladies have come out of the gates ready to go after that 4th spot today. They got Hannah Lake and got a turkey in the 3rd. And Tricia Klein, who was got a double after the first 2 herself.
Now Ellen Carey will bowl. Ellen Carey, and she leaves 2 hanging. 2015 Division 2 singles champions and all events champion. It's her 2nd year in this tournament. Her high game, 253. She had a 247 today. And her high series, 632. Ellen Carey, teacher at Central Middle School. Wish Payne participated in this 12 or 13 years. High game 300 in 2017. 729 high series, and she comments, that's been a while. Courtney Morse also. It's her 2nd time bowling in a Sweet 16. Her high game is 290, and she's employed Premier Estates. Courtney Morse, Sandra Cordray, first in doubles 2000 and 2016, and she's participated in the Sweet 16. Doesn't say how many times, but she's a district manager for the Quad City Times.
That's Sandra Cordray.
Sandra Cordray right there.
Here we got the Division 2 ladies.
And now Wish Payne up. Division 2 scores, Sweet 16 after game 3. Kelsey Dornbush with that 266 has moved up to a pretty good lead. She's at 628. Renee Ball in second, 598. Jeannie Staley hanging on to third at 551, and Jeannie Niepert at 507. But right behind her, in fifth place, Denithra Thalmel at 501. Peggy Shepard at 496. Cassandra Morse, 490. Connie Clemens, 473. Tiffany Skidmore has moved all the way up to 469, and she's in ninth place. Beth Cole, 442. Debbie Rudolph at 435. Juliana Perez, 435. Sharon Brown, 434. Eva Belitz, 433. Sandra Riley, 408, and Mary Crane at 389. Those are your 16 scores in Division II. So there's a 6-pin difference between 4 and 5 right now, and actually Peggy Shepard's only 11 pins behind the fourth place, so it could get interesting here.
Yeah, all you got to do is get to the top 4, and then you just got to bowl head to head after that, the step ladder, to find our champion for this morning. This morning's almost over, though, Brian.
Yes, it is. And now Ellen Carey steps up, looking to pick up her spare. And she'll get it. That's a good pickup.
Got the sleeper. That makes it a little tricky when you got one hiding back there. Wish Payne up now.
And Payne gets a strike.
Good ball, Wish. She's not afraid to throw the ball, throws the ball well, gets around it, throws a nice ball down and in.
And now Carey's up again. She currently sits in ninth place. And leaves it out just a little bit.
Morris girl.
Courtney Morris leaves the 10.
Ringing 10 pin. Dreaded thing.
And Carey gets a spare. Good ball there by Ellen. Morris picks up her spare with a good cover.
Sandra Cordray and Wish Payne both up again. They're getting about halfway through this game 4 to figure out who's going to make this stair step yet.
Wish Payne with her ball, strike.
That's a double for Wish.
She doubled it up. And now Cordray. Oh, didn't sweep across and get it.
Yeah, I just got Grandpa just came down and told me Peanut made the roll off down there in the youth, so.
Awesome. And now Cordray looking to pick up her spare. And she does.
Yeah, they said Abby's the second qualifier, or the second place qualifiers.
That's great. We don't have those scores, do we?
No, not yet.
We will. Ellen Carey, lane 29, and she knocks down a strike. Sandra Cordray now.
Ooh, leaves the washout. Got to try and get that head pin over to get that 10 pin out of there.
And now Wish Payne working on a double.
There you go.
And we'll make it a turkey.
Looks like she's found a rhythm now.
Payne currently sits in 13th place, 587 through 3 games.
Never too little, too late. You still can charge.
Cordray almost got the spare. Good ball. And now Morse.
Come up a little high there. Left the 610. That means you get a little help for your 10 pin when you got a 6 pin sitting next to it.
Carey now with her ball. And leaves one.
After the third and final game for our young ladies, we'll move on to the step ladder with the top
And a nice
three.
pickup there.
In third position,
By
Hannah
Courtney Morse.
Anderson with 673. Second position, Abigail Fry with 681. And in first
Helen
position,
Carey looking to pick her
Abigail
spare up.
Everett with 764. We're going to have Hannah and Abigail Fry.
And
on
she
lane
does on lane
37, 38.
We need the kids' sheet to see who was going to. Do you have the kids' sheet?
I have nothing. Nothing.
Larry had it.
Now Sandra Cordray. And she leaves the 10 pin. Wish Payne now on lane 30.
You have the sheet in your scores.
And she gets a strike.
Here's your qualifiers for the.
And there's the qualifiers. Take the top 3, right, Spark? Top
Right,
3
Top 3 are going on.
in the youth will be Abigail Everett, Abby Fry, Peanut.
Yeah.
Everett was 764, Fry was 681, and Hannah Anderson 673. So those 3 young girls will vie it out for the Youth Bowler of the Year.
I just had a note given to me. I don't know whether Chad wants to try and get a camera down there. It looks like Tabitha Berry's got the front 8 down there. It looks like if we can get a camera down there or something.
First 8 for Tabitha Berry. Brian's down there checking that out.
She's on a roll.
Yep. And for Zerwick is bowling with Tabitha down there. I see it. So
We had Larry.
They both have.
Roberson last night knocked down the first 11 and got 8. Finished with a 298. We almost had a 300 game last night.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome down there on the end. We can't get a camera that far down maybe, but looks like Tabitha's got the front 8 and Jennifer's on the same pair where she's got a spare in the first and then she's got 7 in a row. So
Who has 7 in a row?
Jennifer Zerwick.
Okay.
Well, Tabby got that one. Tabby has 9 in a row now.
9 in a row. Barry's in first, Zerwick's in second.
I think they're trying to get a camera down there for us now.
Ryan Broderson, man on the spot, going down there now to see if we can't. That puts a little added pressure on the 300 game. All of a sudden you get 9 and here's a camera.
Watch right there. There we go. We got a camera now on Tabitha down there.
Ryan really putting a spotlight on her. She deserves it. She's bowled well.
She's
getting that extra attention.
It's not her first rodeo. Tabitha's had several other 300s herself.
Chad Yoakum, Ryan Broderson doing all the fine footage here. Brian Musell here, along with Mark Sparky Fry.
Yeah, I'd see Tabitha will be up here shortly. Text here.
She's working on 9 consecutive strikes.
Right.
As we head to the 10th. I don't know that he wants to go.
I don't think he wants to go out there.
Don't want to disrupt the rhythm.
No.
Tabitha Berry. Here in the 10th, she's the leader through 3 games with a 7:02. And it didn't bother her because there's number 10.
She's in the zone right now. She's in the zone.
She's had 14 300 games, so this is not unfamiliar territory.
No.
I've had a couple of 300 series, so certainly don't know what this zone feels like.
I don't either, Brian. I've never had a 300 myself.
Spark, I'm surprised by that.
Well, I'm one of those people that.
You've been close, though. I'm sure you've been close.
Oh, yeah. I've got a few. Oh, 10.
Oh. Leaving one so close, but what an effort. 10 consecutive strikes. 11 actually to start, 10 to start. A double ham bone.
I'm getting more notes.
Left the 9 pin.
Thank you.
There's Mary Crane as we go back to Division II. Renee Ball bowling next to her.
I think they're getting ready to start the junior roll off down there. You still got time to watch that roll off yet.
Ryan Broderson is heading down there, the man on the spot.
Half camera will travel.
Juliana Perez couldn't pick up her spare.
As you can tell, Juliana's a fun gal.
Gotta have fun.
Yep. She bowls on our Saturday night mix thing with us. Her and her husband Jason. Got married last year in a cemetery. That's it. They're fun people.
There's a comment I could make there, but I'm backing off.
Probably already heard it.
I've been married a long time. I don't want to go there. And there's the strike. Good ball there. And now Mary Crane. And she picks up her spare in lane 18. And now Perez is up. That wasn't on the bio sheet, though, about the...
I don't know.
Where the wedding was.
I'll have to give her a little grief over that.
I think we already have. I think you already have.
Here's the problem. We got married Greenwood Cemetery back by the Blue Angel. If anybody's from this area knows what the Blue Angel is all about.
That's right.
Hi, Austin.
It's a myth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morris. Cassandra Morris.
There's Perez, and she misses her spare. And now Rathamel will step up. Denise Rathamel.
Hey, somebody wants to say hi to you here, Brian. There's a doctor.
The good doctor, Mark Hansen.
There's a doctor in the house.
I need my eyes checked. I can't see the monitor, Hansen. Yeah. Gotta love it. The stat doctor's in the house. And now Mary Crane. And she gets them all to fall. There's a strike in lane 17. Ladies, looks like they're done in Division I.
There's Tabitha Berry. Good run, Tabby.
Good job. Tabitha Berry. We haven't seen the scores, but I assume she was the top scorer after the 4 games. Now we're down to the youth side here, Spark.
There we go.
Look who's rolling here.
There's Peanut.
Peanuts in 3rd place, or 2nd place, heading into the roll-off here.
Got to work on that ball speed yet on her. Other gentlemen starting to show up. There's our champion from yesterday, Denny Wagner.
Senior champ Denny Wagner.
Congratulations, Denny.
Did a great job last night.
Right here then?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome.
Peanut's lining up her shot. She makes it her effort.
Didn't get the spare.
Didn't get the spare. She made a comment to me this morning that she wanted a trophy today, and I said, well, you got to earn it today.
That's right.
And so far, she's going after it.
She is going after it. And we'll get our updated score sheets from Division I as soon as they're hot off the press. Division II ladies are pretty much all in the 10th frame. They're almost finished down here.
Youth roll-off is going through they only have a 3-game step ladder of them. They don't have the 4 like the adults do. So the winner of this match between
Anderson, Fry, and Everett.
Yeah, Hannah Anderson and Abby are bowling, and then the winner of that will go on to bowl against Abby Everett, whose mom was in the Division I roll-off herself, Kathy River. Hannah Anderson that comes from a big bowling family also. Grandpa Al Jordan is the coach for the L&M high school team. He's been coaching the youth around here for a long time. He was a past member of the board of Muscatine Board Bowling. So her grandma, her grandpa bowls, her mom bowls, her aunts, her uncles, they all do. Like she didn't cover her spare there.
No, she did not. Division II looks like they are wrapped up. And when we get the list, we'll let you know who the final 4 are in both.
Right.
And they'll do that bowling right in front of us here.
Meanwhile, we're watching the youth bowl. Their qualifiers look like Abby Everett's down there throwing some warm-up shots. Got to stay loose.
Nice looking trophy there for those guys too.
Yeah.
Spark.
Yeah, yeah.
Good sized.
That comes out of the youth program, takes care of themselves, and they don't have an actual sponsor for that. But I asked Larry earlier, I said, well, why not? Well, he says, because we take care of ourselves. So. Abby Fry threw that one a little wide left, looked like to me. She pulled it. Dad needs to go down and tell her to hit her mark. No more concentration here, Peanut. Got to find that right spot.
She might have found it here.
She found it was a little better. There we go. Look, Brian.
Sweet 16 Division 1, here's your top four with a 289 Tabitha Berry at the top, 991 through 4 games. Jennifer Zerwick second, 928 Lori Landfear finished in third, 889 tied with Hannah Lake at 889. So Lake is in fourth and Landfear third. Those are your seeds. Fifth place, we'll run them all down. Kayla Skidmore really came back with back-to-back 235s to finish at 882. Kathy Ribbink, 863. Tricia Klein, 836. Sandra Cordray, 835. Tara Hogan, 812. Ellen Carey, 803. Lori Harris, 798. Courtney Morse, 793. Wish Payne, 790. Lisa Madsen, 742. Savannah McCleary, 717, but she did roll a 247 in the fourth. And Jessica Rittinger, 678. So there you have it, our final four. Barry is the 1 seed, Jennifer Zerwick the 2, Lori Landfear the 3, and Hannah Lake the 4.
A lot of good bowling there, Brian. The gals stepped it up there. You start looking towards the back of that. Tabitha Berry shoots 238, 248, 216, 289, 990 for 4 games. I mean, you know, that's almost averaging 250 for 4 games. That's very impressive.
It's incredible.
And right behind her, you know, it looks like she was about 60 pins away from her, but Jennifer Zerwick also, you know, you shoot 230, 230,
And the fourth and
210,
final game in
240.
Division 1, moving
Good
on to
bowling.
the step ladder.
Great bowling this morning.
In fourth place, Hannah Lake with an 889. Yeah, it looks like we have a tie, actually. So I have Lori Landfear in third place with an 889. Second place, Jennifer Zerwick with 928. And in first place, Tabitha Berry with 991. We get Hannah and Lori go to lane 25 to 26.
Getting ready to start the stair step for the Division 1 ladies. That was, you heard the announcement for that. There's Lori there.
Lori Landfear, been a great hostess all weekend long here, but she means business now. She's bowling for the Bowler of the Year.
The women's champion. The queen of the pile right now.
Mention the sponsors again that are making this all possible to watch. Hurst Wallbiz, Landfear Construction, Gata Construction, H&H Construction, MCAC, L&L Jewelers, Jenny Lessinger, Barry Trucking, Bosch Pest Control, DW Improvements, and Millwrights for Hire. Thank you for making this broadcast possible.
Couldn't do it without him, Brian. Couldn't do it without him. We had talked about doing it ourselves on the board, paying for it out of our pocket, but this works out better for everybody. Everybody, they get a little air time and appreciation of their business and
Make
helping
sure
us
you
out.
check out those super sponsors.
And we got Berlin's Pro Shop, sponsored Division 1 ladies.
And Abby gets her spare, and she does the Sparky dance.
That's the happy dance.
That's
right there.
awesome. That is terrific. That's what it's all about.
It said she gets it from her mother. Mom come down and said, somebody else do the commentating while you watch Abby bowl. I said, I'm watching right here on the monitor.
You can go anytime. Spark, that's no problem.
No. I don't want to make her nervous. Oh, wait, you can't.
Yeah, if you want to as a dad, I totally understand. Go on down.
We got a minute here. I think I'm going to run down
Go
and see
for
where
it.
the score is.
Go for it. I'll bring Hanson on. I'll get Doc Hanson can sit in here and talk. He's a local bowling legend. Spark going to go down and watch his daughter in the roll-off, and I'm joined by my partner in crime for many years with Muskie basketball and football, the stat doctor, Mark Hanson. Not just a great eye doctor, but Doc, eye doctor by day, bowler by night, and Friday afternoon leagues, right?
Oh, yes. That's where I learned my skills, the affectionately called old guy bowling, Friday afternoon. So,
old guy bowling.
Yeah, it's some retired folks and then some folks that sometimes have Friday afternoons off. Brian, you could maybe join us.
Yeah, well.
You qualify in both those segments.
I don't know if I qualify in, I think I'd be embarrassing you guys. But I do have Division II scores here, Doc. I'm going to read them off. Kelsey Dornbush, 795. Renee Ball, 768. Jeannie Staley, 746. Denise Rathamel was 681. So those are your final four. Dornbush, Ball, Staley, Rathamel. And Jeannie Staley was the senior champion last night. Jeannie Niepert in fifth place, 676. Peggy Shepard, 666. Cassandra Morris finished 660. Debbie Rudolph, 612. Connie Clemens, 606. Beth Cole, 599. Tiffany Skidmore, 591. Sharon Brown, 577. Juliana Perez, 573. Eva Belitz, 572. Sandra Riley, 562. And Mary Crane, 540. So Dornbush, Ball, Staley, and Rathamel will be your final four in Division II. And we had Barry, Zerwick, Lanphier, and Lake, your final four in Division I. And Doc, those are some pretty impressive scores. When you look at Division I with Barry at 991 for 4 games, Zerwick 928 and a pair of 889s.
Yeah, that's really awesome bowling. Way over two. What is that?
Well, just under 250.
Yeah, 250 average
for Barry.
Yeah.
250 average. It's about 248.
Wow.
So that's pretty impressive there. So
it looks like Jean Staley takes on Denise Rathamel for the Division II. And then who's the first set of bowlers for the
first set of bowlers would be Lake and Lanphier.
Oh, that'll be a good. Both those are going to be good matchups. It seems like.
And Lori Lanphier has been a great host on here. You talk about the Rose Bowl. I mean, how many years have you been participating in leagues? And how long's bowling been a part of Mark Hanson's life?
Well, I've started bowling when I was in, I think, early teens up in Cedar Falls, where I grew up, and then I
so about 20 years.
Yeah,
you're 36. Yeah.
So I moved to Muscatine in the summer of 1981, and in September when league started, I walked in the door and was assigned to team number 6, and so there we go. That was 1981. So
yes,
bowled every year since then. It's been a lot of fun. This is a good bowling alley.
Great bowling alley, great place to bring the family. Always entertaining. You want a drink, you want a sandwich. You've got a great area, to watch bowling. And they're playing for the hardware here. They've got some nice trophies set out. We were here last night for the Senior Bowler of the Year. Jeannie Staley, who's bowling here for Division II, won the senior ladies, and Dennis Wagner won the senior men's last night.
Oh, good.
And outstanding bowling we watched last night here. So.
Yeah, I was like the 19th alternate for the senior.
I saw your name on the sheet. I was actually looking for you last night. Didn't know if you were going to make it.
It was way down there. It was way down on the list, but it was fun to see your name on the list. I didn't bowl the greatest, but it was fun. I had a lot of teammates on that senior group, though. Al Miller was on there, and friend Rick Carpenter was on the roll-offs.
Rick Carpenter was outstanding. He was in the Final Four last night.
I bet that wouldn't surprise me at all. So it's going to be fun. I have another teammate on this, on the men's, Brian Chapman. Coach Brian Chapman is going to be. He's on my Wednesday night league, and so it's going to be fun to see him bowling today too.
The youth bowlers are finishing their roll-off down there. Sparky went down to watch his daughter Peanut compete.
Yeah, this is going to be a good roll-off here. I suppose in a few minutes they're going to get some practice balls going. And
introduce the participants. They'll have a couple of practice balls, and then we'll go and Lane 23 and 24, it'll be Jeannie Staley against Denise Rathamel, and then in lane 25 and 26, it'll be Lori Lanfear and Hannah Lake going at it. Doc, we had 37,000 hits last night on our live stream.
Wow.
And they showed the stats this morning. They were completely thrilled with the senior bowlers on a Saturday night, how many people actually checked it out. And I know I believe over 3,000 views, and some were at least 45, 50 minutes, so people were engaged. So we were thrilled that we had that kind of success. This is the first time we've attempted this on a bowling venue. And this is my first attempt at a bowling, and it's really different than what I've been used to with baseball, basketball, football, things like that, where you're just watching one thing. This is, we had lanes going everywhere. So we got much better at it as the night went on, and much better at it today because we had certain camera angles and we could just focus on certain lanes, and it was a lot easier for me. First time I've used this, and we're going to try to use this in the future with Muskie telecasts, which will make it easier for us. But a lot of fun.
Well, I remember listening to you on the radio the first time you did a football broadcast. I think you're just kind of a natural. But I thought, my goodness, that guy's been doing this for years, and it was your first time. So I imagine it was pretty smooth last night.
Very nice of you, but no, it was. This was a little out of my comfort zone, but I've enjoyed the heck out of it, and we're having fun. And we hope you've enjoyed listening to it. And thank goodness for the visual, because you can cover up some of the mistakes that I've made. But and Sparky's been great.
Look at all these cameras up here. There's a lot of cameras.
It's high tech.
Yep, and I think if they found out that Sparky was going to be on the radio, people would tune in all over the place. So that was a good call to have him helping you out here, Brian.
Yep. Oh no, he's been great. He kind of got roped into it in the last minute.
Did he?
Mike Berlin was going to do it, but he's under the weather.
Oh, shoot.
So they told Sparky yesterday, about 20 minutes before I got here, he goes, by the way, you're going to be on the air with Brian all weekend.
Kind of like me walking by here.
Yeah,
Hey.
and we grabbed you because they said, sure, Doc, I'll sit in for a little bit while Sparky comes back. And
happy to do it for Sparky. He's a great guy. I think they're winding up down there, it looks like.
And this is a great venue. Bring your families down, folks. There's always something to do at the Rose Bowl. And, Muscatine's bowling community's always been strong. And as witnessed by this weekend, it's strong as ever.
We got one more match down there in the is it junior? Youth. The youth. Good. Yeah, so Sparky's daughter's got another game. Pretty neat.
Sparky, proud papa down there.
So how do you find out, or how do you get this dialed up to live stream?
Chad Yoakum has got
iPod, yeah.
Yeah.
Just go to Facebook?
It's on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Facebook, and he's got it. There is a site, USBC. I had it up last night, if I can check it out here. And you can check it out. It's on the Muscatine USBC website. You click play. It should be on there.
Good. Well, I tell you what.
Right there.
Crowd's starting to fill in behind the bowling alleys here today, and I bet you by the time this starts really cranking, it's going to be hard to get back and forth down between here. But if you can, come on down.
Yeah, so you can view that at home, folks. You can view this anywhere in the country. You can click onto this and watch. You go to Muscatine USBC. Just Google it, and you can watch live broadcast right now. Bowler of the Year. Last night we did the senior coverage, and this morning, we're doing the ladies, Sweet 16, Division I and Division II, and the youth roll-offs. And after this, we'll bring you the men's coverage for Bowler of the Year. I don't see here, Doc, where it lists how many views, but as you can see, we've got it up and rolling right here.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yep, there it is. Good deal. They're starting to warm up now.
As we are live at the Rose Bowl. Denise Rathamel working on her warm-ups along with Hannah Lake in Division I. Division I is Lori Lanfear and Hannah Lake. Denise Rathamel and Jeannie Staley, the senior ladies champion last night.
For our youth young ladies, Abigail Fry defeated Hannah Anderson 225 to 204. She'll be moving on to bowl against Abigail Effort.
So the two Abigails are going at it in the youth roll-off. Abigail Everett and Abigail Fry. I want to thank Mark Hansen for stepping in out of the blue. I know he came down here to sign autographs. Instead, I got him sitting here with me.
It's fun. Always a pleasure to work with you, Brian. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
I was just seeing here, Lori Lanfear's big game. Well, she had a 243 and a 247 to go complement with a 226 and a 173 for the first game. Those are pretty good scores there. And then Hannah Lake had 226, a 222, and a 246. She vaulted up the ladder with those last three scores to go along with her first opening score, a warm-up score of 195. That's awesome bowling. This should be a good matchup today.
Doc, you've had a 300, haven't you?
Yeah, it was a long time ago, but I've had.
You've had one, or have you had multiple?
One. Yep.
That's outstanding.
It was fun. Now I have to get a hole in one, Brian. That would complete my.
I've had a hole in one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I can say that.
That's pretty neat.
300 game.
That was pretty fun. Your legs get a little rubbery. I got to tell you that.
I can imagine.
Yep.
Now, Sparky and I were talking. Of course, the turkey is 3 strikes. He says 4 strikes is a ham bone.
Is it?
Well, that's what he said. But what's 5?
Is there a quadruple? I mean, a quintuple. But
well,
I don't know.
We named it a turkey bone last night.
Turkey bone.
I don't know if that's true. And 6 would be a ham steak probably. Then
might be.
So we got to figure out the lingo as we get going here.
Yeah. Maybe it's her turducken or something like that.
Jeannie Staley is up, and we're going to be underway here in Division 2. And Staley's first ball on lane 23. Looking good, and she buries a strike. The senior champion coming out swinging here.
She's off and running.
Lori Lanfear up down lane 25 in Division 1. And Lanfear leaves the 7. Denise Rathamel now in lane 24. She qualified 4th. And there's a nice ball, but it just leaves the 10 hanging. So it's going to be a tough spare to pick up there. And now Lanfear. And she hammers home her spare to start.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. It was good from the second to left her fingers.
Now Denise Rathamel trying to get her spare.
It's a tough one right here. Got to slide that 1 pin over to the 10 pin.
And she gets the 1, so she leaves an open in the first. Hannah Lake now on lane 26. And she hammers home a strike. Good start for Hannah Lake.
So the way this goes here is that the first bowler is going to bowl the first frame, and then the second bowler will bowl 2 lanes in or 2 frames in a row. And then they'll alternate 2 frames in a row until the 10th frame. And
Rathamel now. And now Lake trying to double up.
Ooh, all over that.
And she leaves the 7. Great matchup here, Hannah Lake and Lori Lanfear. Division 2 is Jeannie Staley and Denise Rathamel. And Rathamel misses the spare. So 2 opens to start. And Lake picks up her spare, getting the 7 down. Good start for Hannah Lake.
So Hannah's a strike and a 9 spare to start off her game. Here comes Lori Lanfear working on a spare.
Staley leaves 1 hanging. And now Lanfear in lane 26. And Lanfear hammers a strike.
Both of these women throw nice bowling balls. They hook down the lane. They've got good speed. Lots of strikes.
Jeannie Staley with her spare attempt, and she picks it up. The senior champion swinging away here in Division II. Tough competitor. And now it's Lori Landfear in lane 25.
She leaves the 610 there.
Jeannie Staley now in lane 23. And now Landfear looking to convert her spare.
She goes cross lane here, Brian, to get a better angle at the 610 over there.
And she gets it. She buries that one. Now Staley trying to convert. And she's all over that one. She gets it. And now Hannah Lake steps back up into lane 26. And she buries a strike. Denise Rathamel now in lane 24. Good ball there. And she buries a strike. Rathamel knocks it down, and she needed that one.
She's back in this match.
See if she can double up in lane 23. Hannah Lake. And, 7-10 split.
It's just a little light on the head pin, and somehow she ended up with a 7-10 split.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
And now Rathamel. Tough one to pick up there, Doc. But it can be done. But the 7-10, the dreaded 7-10.
She's got a. There's two ways to do this. You slide it over if you can, real light, or else you throw it hard and try to get it bounce off the sidewall or the back. She goes for the safe move, which is getting one for sure. You never know about that one pin, Brian. It might be the winner.
And now Rathamel. And she gets 3 of those. One stands. And now Lori Landfear. Landfear hammers a strike. And with that open by Lake, Landfear, if she can double up, that would really help her. Staley down 24.
Yeah, Landfear is, Lori's been on lane 25, has been getting spares. On lane 26, getting strikes. She's going to try right now to see if she can double up and get a strike on the lane number 25.
Staley with the strike, and now Landfear trying to double up and split. And do you think about that, Doc, as a bowler? You know, you feel a groove in one lane, you go to the other lane. Is it? I mean, do you feel a difference?
Yeah, sometimes you have to alter things on different lanes. This 25 has not been helping these ladies out very much.
Staley, and she doubles up.
But
the lanes didn't bother her as she knocks down strikes in 23 and 24.
Now Lori's got the 6, 7, 10, so she's going to try to slide that 6 over into the 7, and she gets the 2 on the right-hand side.
She gets 2 on the right. And now Rathamel on lane 24. And she gets a strike.
There we go. Sometimes you got to let those pins work. Worked great for Rathamel there.
And Lake, and she gets a strike. That helps her after that's open frame.
So all the balls that have been thrown down lane 26 for Lake and Landfear have been strikes, and all the other 25 have not been. These ladies will make adjustments, and we'll start seeing strikes in this lane 25, I predict.
Rathamel gets 7 following her strike, but she can pick up this spare, and Lake leaves the 10 pin.
She got to the pocket though that time. Left a ringing 10 pin.
And Rathamel with a nice pickup on the spare there. Hannah Lake trying to cover up her spare. And she gets it. Lanfer working on it open. And now Jeannie Staley on lane 24. And she buries a turkey.
Nice. Got 3 in a row there.
3 in a row for
Nice.
Jeannie Staley. Lanfer now.
Ooh.
And she gets a strike in lane
A
26.
little Brooklyn, and 10-pin got tapped, knocked out there too. So every once in a while you got to have a lucky break. That was a good one.
Staley now in lane 23. Another strike, 4 in a row, and as
Grooving it.
Sparky told me, ham-bone time.
Yeah, it is ham bone. Hey, we were, a golf, if you get one under par, that's a
It's a birdie.
birdie. And what's
Eagle.
And what's the next one?
Well, never had it.
I think that's called a albatross.
Rathamel with a strike in lane 24. Been a fan favorite from the opening introductions tonight.
She's got a lot of-
Lanfer now
lot
in
of-
lane 25.
Oops.
And Lori leaves the split there.
Again, we have that 6, 7, 10, 2 on the right and one way over on the left-hand side again. It's a tough break.
And lane 25 is the lane that those are occurring in.
Yep.
And there's a ball. Rathamel doubles up. Back-to-back strikes for Denise Rathamel.
These ladies cheer each other on, even though they're competing against each other. Ooh, nice try for Lori.
Lori with a good try. Got the 10, but leaves it open. And now 4 strikes in a row on Jeannie Staley. Boy, she just missed that one and leaves a 10. Hannah Lake, lane 26, and she leaves the 10.
I think you mentioned this before, but it looks like Hannah Lake was the 2014 Sweet 16 champion. She's been in this position before.
Staley picks up her spare, and now Lake will try for hers. And she gets it in lane 26. Staley's shot looking good there, and she hammers home another strike.
It's really a pretty even game, Lake against Lanphier. They've got some opens, and I think they're getting grooved in there. There we go.
Lake with another strike.
She's got something figured out in that lane.
Now Rathamel. And she leaves the 10. That ball looked good, though. Lori Lanphier now.
Oh. Another split. She has the, this time it's the 4, 6, 10. And
a little tougher one to pick up here when you're a right-hander, Doc?
You're right about that. This is a bad break for her. She's got three red dots up there, which means 3 splits.
Rathamel, and she just misses the 10 for the spare. And now she'll head to the 10th frame with an open of the ninth.
Call that 9th frame the foundation frame. That's a foundation for a good finish of a bowling game, and it's tough to get a split or a open there. It's just too bad.
141 heading to the 10th.
And that's against 188 for Jeannie Staley.
.610 hanging. And now it's Lanphier.
Crossing over. Got the 610 there, Brian. But thankfully nothing over on the other side of the lane. She needs to pick this up and then get a strike and see what happens.
And that one slipped out of Denise's hands. And now Lori Lanfer will go for her conversion.
Nope.
And she missed it just a little right and got the 10 pin.
Yeah.
Now Staley. Jeannie Staley hammers another strike. She's going to leave no doubt, obviously.
This is foregone conclusion. She's on the brink of getting a big 200 score.
Hannah Lake with a strike in lane 26. Good ball for Hannah.
Well, you think this might be an advantage for Hannah, knowing what these lanes are like here. If they're a little different on the right and the left, and 25 and 26, she might have a little advantage.
Staley
coming the next game, I think.
And now Lake, as Staley's wrapped it up here in Division 2, and Lake with doubles.
Nice.
Actually a turkey there. That's her third in a row. Jeannie Staley working on her spare, and she gets it. And Jeannie Staley with a
236.
236, Doc. Outstanding game for Jeannie Staley. Boy, when it mattered most, she did the same thing last night.
Wow.
Really rose to the occasion. So 236 as Staley defeats Rathamel, who had a 149. And Hannah Lake going to finish up her 10th here. And she gets her spare.
So she ends up with a 204.
204 for Lake.
Let's hope Lori can finish up with this strike. But alas. 6-7,
For Division
4-7
2,
left.
Jeannie Staley defeated Denise Rathamel, 236 to 149. Jeannie moves on to bowl Renee Ball.
Lori Lanford looking to pick up her spare in the 10th. She gets it. So Jeannie Staley and Renee Ball will bowl next for Division 2. And Hannah Lake will advance to Division 1.
There she got a strike.
Lori ends with a strike.
That's the way to finish that. So Renee Ball averaged 192 during her first 4 games, and that's real nice. She's taking some warm-up shots right now.
Renee Ball warming up over here in lane 23.
So then we have Hannah Lake is going to be going against Jennifer Serswick, right?
Serwick,
yeah.
Yep. Serwick and Hannah Lake.
And for Division 1, Hannah Lake defeated Lori Lanfear 204 to 151, and she moves on to bowl Jennifer Serwick.
So Jennifer had averaged 232 over her first 4 games. That's good bowling.
So Renee Ball and Jeannie Staley.
Nope. So that was Jeannie's first ball, and it was a little high. She ended up with a split with a 4-6-9 split. She's got to slide that 4-pin over, hitting it just on the left side and picking up the 7 in turn and sliding the 4 over into the 9. Let's see if she can do it here. No, she got the 2 on the left, leaving the 1 on the right.
And Staley with a strike.
It's just a beautiful ball.
And Zurich with a strike in lane 25.
Well,
these are practice balls.
Practice balls, yeah. So, but that was nice to see her get that in that troublesome lane 25.
Doc, did you get your drive all plowed out this morning?
Yeah, in fact, I just, that's why I was kind of late wandering in the bowling hall today. I went over to my father-in-law's, see if he needed any help, and did our lane. And I think it's done snowing for a while.
Good. I hope for a week. Start getting some warmer temps. Ball now working on 2 spares.
She has 7 spares. She throws a nice ball there. A little light. Ooh, she gets 6.
10 hanging makes us much harder.
Yeah, she got the 1 and the 2 and the 4, and then the 10 way over the right-hand side. So.
And Zurich opens with a strike on lane 25.
Yeah, she's going for real now. Here we go. A lot of these ladies know each other. They've known each other for a long time. Happy to compete against each other. They want to win, but they're happy for their fellow competitor too. So everybody wants everybody to bowl their best.
It's a friendly game.
Yeah.
Competitive but friendly.
Yep.
And Lakely's a 10. Jeannie Staley. Lake covers up her spare to open in the first. And now Staley trying to get her spare. And she does.
Well, Peanut got second.
Peanut got second. I want to thank Mark Hansen for stepping in, my good friend. The stat doctor.
Happy to do it. Here's the real pro.
Yes, Sparky Fry is. The winner was Abigail Everett then, correct? And Abigail Fry in second place. Hannah Anderson third. Here's Jeannie Staley again in lane 23, and she buries a strike.
Yeah, 205 to 204. It can't get much better than
that. A one-pin match in the youth. What a great effort by all the kids down there. Zerwig has doubled up to start. And now Renee Ball back in lane 24. And she leaves the 7-10. Or the 6-10, sorry. 6-10.
7-10 left further
Seven's
apart.
left, yes, sir. And here's Zerwick.
So for the kids, Abigail Everett had a 205, Abigail Fry had a 204. Nice shooting, girls. We'll do trophy presentation with the adults when they're done.
And Ball leaves the spare hanging there. Now Zerwick. And she
covered it up.
2 strikes and a spare to start for Jen Zerwick. And now Hannah Lake working on a strike in the second. Renee Ball here in lane 23.
So our old friend Jeannie Staley is still going after it, huh?
Jeannie Staley, tough competitor. Just leaves it hanging a little bit.
Yep. Couple of short, left the washout.
And now Lake. Couldn't quite get them all.
No. I believe that's a 2-pin. I can't see from this angle exactly. Looks like a 2-pin she left there. Ball come up short. Let's see if Renee can cover this close.
Looked good when it left.
Yeah.
Just slid a little too much. And now Lake. And she picks up her spare.
Thanks for letting me go watch Abigail ball.
Oh. Thanks for helping me. Jeannie Staley here in lane 24. That's what fathers should be doing. I have no problem with that.
Good ball, Jeannie. Good
Jeannie
ball.
with a strike. And
That's
she's
it.
doubled up. And now Lake in lane 25. And she buries a strike.
Couple of good friends there, Jennifer and Hannah.
Jeannie Staley.
Oh,
boy, she's in a zone now. That's like when you're 4 for 4 at the plate, the ball looks like a beach ball when you're swinging.
Yeah.
She's in a zone right now, rolling. And there's a strike by Zerwick in lane 26.
Slide over to 25 now. See if she can build on that strike. Oh,
Renee
good
Ball leaves the
Renee
10.
Ball.
Was a good ball. Now Zerwick in lane 25. And the 10 won't fall.
Everybody hit it, just wouldn't knock it down. No. Renee tugged that a little bit.
Zerwick looking to pick her spare up. And she does. All over that.
Covered it up like a blanket.
Good match there between Lake and Zerwick. Renee Ball again in lane 23.
No. Ugh, that's ugly.
Any advice on that one, Spark?
Well, you got to aim for the 7-pin.
Oh, Lake gets a little. The 10 went down.
You got to tickle that 4-pin, slide it over to the 10, but you can't hit much of it. No, that's a little wide there.
Gets 2.
But take 2.
And now Lake on 25. Going for a turkey. And she doesn't get it as a 7 won't go. Jeannie Staley going for Sparky's ham bone right here.
Here it is. No, get off the nose.
And that's a tough one. Staley trying to get her second championship of the weekend.
Yeah.
Won the senior division last night, and Lake picks her spare up in the lane 25, and Zerwick will now step up. Jeannie Staley here. Gets 2 safe ones.
She's feeling pretty confident right now. It's 134 to 76. That Renee's having a little trouble on the switch to the championship pair. Got to give a couple more adjustments, but I'm afraid she let Jeannie get too far away from her right now.
Kelsey Dornbush awaits the winner of this one in Division 2, and Tabitha Berry awaits the winner in Division 1.
Zerwick covers up her 10-pin.
And the 10 stands for Staley in lane 23.
Now we are getting full around here now. The guys are showing up, getting ready for their competition. And a full house here at the Rose Bowl.
That's what I like about golf and bowling. You don't stretch out. You just go to the bar and get a Bud Light, then you're ready to go.
We call it 12-ounce curls.
That's right. And there's a strike by Zerwick.
It's starting to make me hungry. Everybody's eating around here.
Yeah, I was going to
see a plate of nachos went by. Hey.
Renee Ball now on 24.
Oh,
and she hammers a strike. There you go. And a strike by Lake. See if Renee can double up here.
Well, good ball. They'll come up a little short. That oil's all humped up there in the middle like that. Makes the ball skid, don't hook. Oh.
And Lake doubles up.
See if Jennifer made any kind of adjustment. She had some trouble over there on lane 26 before, left the 10 pin. Oh, got that sleeper back there. Renee missed that.
And now Zerwick. And she buries a strike. Jeannie Staley now. She'll bowl the 9th and 10th.
Left the 6-10, come up a little high.
She will advance, though.
Yep.
To the finals against Kelsey Dornbush. And
Jennifer
Zerwick.
Zerwick come up short on that one. No.
As Jeannie Staley misses her spare, and she'll move on to the 10th. Zerwick now looking to pick her spare up.
She left a mess over there.
And she got it.
She covered it up.
Jeannie Staley, true to form, buries a strike to open the 10th. And now Lake working on a double in the 9th. And didn't sweep the 10 that time.
Got a short pin over there. Supposed to carry that. Messenger's supposed to get rid of that 10 pin when you send it after it.
Need a gust of wind to something.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Staley.
There she goes.
And she's just...
She must be getting ready for her next competition.
Yep, just hammering away here with the double.
Man, oh, there's a 10 pin.
Lake
She
gets
looked a little
10.
nervous on that.
It does get a little pressure packed whenever you're standing and watching here, right? Yeah. Of course, I wouldn't know this feeling. But and there's Staley. And, swept over and got one of them. Leaves one. As Jeannie Staley will advance. 189. And Lake leaves a 10.
Start another pool. Got two.
Oh. Now Renee Ball.
Yeah, well, the last two I was going to take them, but you got Charlie or Matt?
Charlie. Thank you.
And Lake covers it up in the 10th, and she'll have one more.
We're picking horses for the men now, Brian. I got Charlie.
Charlie was impressive last night.
Yeah.
Now Lake to finish it out. It's 9-216 for Hannah Lake.
Jennifer needs a mark. That's about it.
Ball gets 8. She finishes with 122. So Staley with 189 advances, and Zerwick leaves the 10.
The 10 pin again. Well, I think I misspoke there, Brian.
Needs to pick this up.
Yep. And she did it.
And she does pick that up.
Okay, for Division 2, Jeannie Staley defeated Renee Ball 189 to 122. Jeannie moves on to the championship game to bowl against our number 1 qualifier, Kelsey Dornbush.
And Jen Zerwick going to come up just short.
Yeah, it was short of it.
Hannah Lake moves on with a 216-212 win over Jen Zerwick. So your championship matches in Division 1 will be Hannah Lake and Tabitha Berry, and it'll be Kelsey Dornbush and Jeannie Staley in Division 2. Winner in the youth was Abigail Everett,
Hannah Lake
defeating
Jennifer
Abigail Fry in the championship, 205 to 204. What a match.
That was a nail biter. But the kids put on a good show. That's all we can ask for. They hugged and cried afterwards.
Two balls per lane for warm-ups. And it's live action.
We'll get a little break here and just after this one before the men start. They'll have to dress the lanes.
Yep.
And prepare for the men's to start.
There's Staley.
Sure.
They're
Brian,
just warming up right now.
You need this sheet.
This is not warm up.
Right. Oh, they're going? Okay.
Okay.
I've got these. Yep.
You got this one?
Yep. Yeah. What do you have it up to?
That's Division 2.
Okay, I get Division 1 here. Staley picks up her spare.
And you got that one?
Yep.
And Jeannie's. She got that.
Okay. Thank you. Kelsey Dornbush.
I think she brought a cheering squad.
Hammers a strike.
Tabitha Berry's just warming up over there. She got her game face on.
Dornbush, 795 through the 4-game qualifying. Number 1 seed. Staley was a 3 with 746. And Dornbush doubles up to start. Staley, the senior champ, did it the old-fashioned way last night, too.
Yeah, they come up through the ranks.
Tough competitor. Won her first 2 matches here over Denise Rathamel and Renee Ball. And she doesn't get the 7. And now Staley picks up her spare.
Tabitha's going to throw her last warm-up ball here and get ready to start their championship match. Be Tabitha and Hannah. Hannah's dad, Warren Ribink, he's the association manager for our board.
And there's a strike by Staley. 2 spares and a strike. Dornbush open with a double.
Kelsey's another one that comes from a bowling family. Her dad is going to be bowling in the men's. Neil Adams is going to be bowling in the men's division.
Turkey time for Dornbush as she opens with 3 in a row. High game was 266 in game 3. And
Yeah,
she has a feel like she may be on a route for something like that here.
Yeah, she's throwing the ball well right now.
Bearing out of open in lane 25. And she leaves a split. Dornbush 4 in a row. Ham-bone time for Spark.
Looking for her turkey bone now.
Well, Barry trying to pick up a difficult spare.
No.
She gets a 7. She starts with an open. And Jeannie Staley, split of her own. Hannah Lake now will open championship match in lane 26. And Lake leaves a 7.
Good ball by Hannah. Come up a little short. Left 7 pin. See if Jeannie's going to slide this over. She's coming to shot.
Oh, and she picks it up. What a great pickup.
Nice job.
Jeannie Staley.
That's how you're supposed to pick that up, Brian. She just showed you how.
I've seen it done.
I was even paying attention.
Yeah, I've witnessed it. As Lake picks up her spare.
It's live on our stream right here.
Now Staley.
She pulled that one a bit. Gonna cross it over. Oh.
Now Lake on 25. Swings it over in the 10 stands. Staley now needs to get this as Dornbush is opened with 4 in a row. And she leaves it open here in the 5th. Lake loses it to the right, and she opens. So Barry with an open in the 1st, and Lake with an open in the 2nd.
Got to get their jitters out of the way here, if there are any.
Dornbush.
These ladies have been here before.
Looking for 5 in a row right here.
Well, pulled that one.
Barry now in lane 26, and she hammers a strike.
Kelsey's got to try and make this one fit in the middle.
Just misses. So she has an open frame. Barry had a 289 in game 4. And she leaves the 10.
The ringing 10 pin.
Dornbush, just a little wide.
Pulled that one just a smidge. To have to cover up that 10-pin.
And she does. So a spare for Barry in the third. And now Lake. Dornbush will get this one.
Haven't seen Lori run around here yet. She's all done bowling now. And it's covered that
Kelsey
up.
Dornbush with a nice pickup there. And Lake. Some late action has one stand. Jeannie Staley now.
Oh. That's a mess. You can make the ball fit and knock the 4 into the 7, get rid of all of them.
And Lake picks up her spare. Championship matches here. Jeannie Staley and Kelsey Dornbush in Division II Sweet 16. Division I is Hannah Lake and Tabitha Berry. And a nice pickup there by Jeannie Staley.
Just like we thought, huh?
Just like you drew it up. You need a telestrator here.
The Madden pen. You got my Madden
Yeah,
pen
there you
handy.
go. And Lake hammers a strike down in lane 25. And Staley, the dreaded 7-10.
Well, she picked up the last one. She really impressed me. She picked this one up now.
And Barry gets a strike.
Nope.
Tough one to get there.
Yeah. I've seen it done, but I can't do it.
And now Tabitha Berry trying to get a double.
Crunch that
and
one.
she does.
Crunch that one.
No doubt there. Kelsey Dornbush now. Opened with 4 strikes, working on a spare here in the 7th. And didn't get the sweep there.
This is Kelsey's first time in the tournament, in the roll-off anyway. So that'd be kind of impressive. You can take home the glass if you first time in the tournament.
And she leaves it just a little wide right. Misses her spare attempt, and now Lake will try to get hers. And she does. Good pickup by Hannah Lake.
Guys are patiently waiting around here for their turn to bowl. That's a good ball. No.
The 10 didn't agree.
No. The Beaver would say, wasn't that good?
Lake now. And the 7 stands.
We got first scores there. Look, Hannah's got 96 with her spare, the 9, and Tabitha Berry's got a double working for 78 in the 4th. Looks like.
And Dornbush stretches a little wide. Staley working on an open, though, here in the 8th. And Lake picks up her spare. And Staley, 7 stand.
I don't know what kept it up. There were pins falling all over it.
I thought so, too.
Down.
Barry now in the 6, working on a double. And she hammers it home for a turkey. And Staley covers up her spare. And she'll move on to the 9th.
Tabitha's working on her ham bone here. Uh-oh. Double dribble. Better carry.
Didn't matter. Got the ham bone off the bounce. 4 in a row.
I think they should have thrown a flag.
And Staley leaves one. That boy, that looked good.
Looking at her.
Hannah Lake with some work to do here.
Hannah was the champion in 2014.
She's been here before.
She's been here.
Jeannie Staley covers up her spare. And Hannah Lake picks up her spare. Now Dornbush. In the 9th. Hannah Lake.
Oh. Pulled the ball a little bit, got up on the left side a little bit, leaves a 3-10 split. Makeable split. She's still got her hill to climb before she can get working in the 8th frame. Kelsey leaves one.
So Dornbush leaves it open. She'll move to the 10th now. 162 on the board. And a nice pickup by Lake.
Hannah makes it fit. Kelsey pulled that one.
And now Barry working on a ham bone.
There's your turkey bone.
Gets a turkey bone. 5 in a row.
She's looking for the ice cream scooper now.
Yeah. Tabitha Barry on fire. D1 here. Division 2. Kelsey Dornbush. And she covers up the spare, and it's a big pickup for her.
Yeah, that pretty much, she's looking at 182. Jeannie Staley, strikeout for 181.
And there's the 6-pack. What do you call that? The ice?
I don't know.
You called that the ice cream
got
scooper?
Some ice cream scoop or something.
We got off the bones, the ham bone and the turkey bone.
Okay, maybe it'll be a 6-pack and a pound. What do you
there
think?
You go. How about that? Familiar with that.
Until I'm getting hungry.
And Dornbush finishes with a 180. Hannah Lake now in lane 26 and 1 stands.
I think it's kind of safe to say that we have our winner over there, Division 1, will be Tabitha Barry again. She had that trouble in the first frame, but she gathered herself up and run him off the sheet after that.
Jeannie Staley with a 10 pin or a 7 pin. Lake picks up her spare. And she'll move to the 10th.
Pretty much locks it up for Kelsey Dornbush, too. Going to be our Division II champion.
And Staley picks up her spare. And Lake with a strike to open the 10th.
Fill it in for a 192, but I'm afraid that's going to be a little short.
And Staley
Yeah,
finishes with a strike, and what a great weekend of bowling for Jeannie Staley, as Kelsey Dornbush will be your Division II champ as she defeats Jeannie Staley 180 to 170.
a lot of bowling for Jeannie Staley this weekend. She's been a busy girl.
Senior champion in second place in Division II. What a great weekend. Lakely's a 10
Division
pin.
2, Kelsey Dornbush defeating Jeannie Staley 180 to 170. Congratulations. Kelsey Dornbush, our new 2018 Sweet 16 Division II champion.
Now Hannah Lake.
No.
And she will finish with a 181. And
oh, where'd you find those? Mr. Scott Berlin bringing us our trophies for the men's division.
And Barry doesn't get the extra point after the 6 strikes. Already had the 7 strike named. The extra point, right?
There you go.
Yeah. Touchdown in the extra point.
Give up my 6-pack in a pound.
Works on her spare here in the 10th. And she's got it.
Like Tabitha's going to look for a 237. She feel this in. That's a good game.
Lori Easterla in the house. I don't know. Did she bring her husband Todd?
No, I haven't seen Todd.
Todd's not a.
Lori comes out and watches the ladies bowl.
Yes. Bieri finishes with a strike.
237.
And there's your Division I champion, 237 to 181 over Hannah Lake. And Tabitha Bieri, an outstanding day of bowling. She'll be your Division I champion. Bowler of the Year, Sweet 16 Division I. And Bowler of the Year, Sweet 16 Division II, Kelsey Dornbush. They'll have a trophy presentation momentarily.
Yeah, that's kind of a neat thing. There's Tabitha Berry's niece won the youth. Abby Everett is Tabitha's niece. Well, they kept it in the family once again.
And the men will start after, like you said, clean the lanes up a little bit and
we got it.
Get
They're
them
going
going.
to dress, put the oil down, get the machines running now. The staff is really working hard here at Rose Bowl. They trying to keep us online as fast as we can here.
Scott Berlin.
Scott Berlin from Berlin's Pro Shop will present Tabitha with their trophy.
There's a trophy presentation. Scott Berlin gives it to Tabitha Berry. There it is. Scott won't get lost in the dark with that shirt. Yeah.
Scott's taking the trophy back.
Yeah.
Cut, take 2. Try it again.
And there's your photo shop right there. Photo shot, I should say.
Nice job of Tabitha. That's good bowling today.
Great bowling. You're ladies champion, Division I.
Now we'll have the presentation, Division II.
And Linda Taylor from Taylor's Market.
Taylor's Market.
And now presenting the trophy to Kelsey Dornbush.
Kelsey Dornbush. Division II champion.
Again, I'd like to thank everybody who came
Defeated
to
Jeannie
participate.
Staler.
Oh, one more.
Now we've got to get our youth champion.
Yep. Here comes Abby.
Abby Everett. She defeated Abby Fry, 205-204.
Really good match. Good bowling, Abby.
Young ladies champion, Abigail Everett. Okay, now we'd like to thank everybody for coming out to watch today. Thank our sponsors again, Berlin's Pro Shop, Taylor's Market, and stick around for the men's market. Thank you.
All right, there's your champions in Division I and Division II. One more time, Division II, Kelsey Dornbush, Division I, Tabitha Berry, and the youth champion was Abigail Everett. So congratulations to the three of those. We've got a little bit of time here, so we're going to take a little bit of a break to do whatever, and then we'll come back live with commentary in about probably 15-20 minutes or so, huh, Mark?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they'll probably start their intro probably about 10-15 minutes.
Right. So we'll take a little bit of a break so we can go grab a beverage or something, and then we'll start with the men's in the afternoon.
I need to give her some coffee anyway.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Folks, we'll be back live here shortly.
Chad already left us.
Chad left. I got to hit that.
You got to get rid of some coffee.